Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fan Cams. We won. We won. Well, I know exactly where this win came from. First of all, hope you're all doing well. Getting things out the way first. I want to thank you all for all of the support that I received last week. Messages, emails, texts, comments. I have done my best to reply to everybody, but if I may have missed you, please just feel my gratitude. You all, in small ways, just contributed to helping me get through a really tough time. So I am very grateful for all of you sending lots of love, and a big thank you to my very, very close friends, Solution and Scooter, who really showed up for me, and Bomber Banter in the week that I had to cancel a few shows. So I kind of worried that maybe I wouldn't need to come back, given that you all enjoyed what they did. So maybe I'll take a few more shows off. But just a heartfelt thank you to everybody for all the support. I am a little bit sad that I wasn't able to be at Marvel today. We had the viewing, so it's been a tough day, but I always wanted to show up for you guys tonight. But I'll wait my turn until the next win, and just am very happy for everybody who was there and got to experience that win. So now that that's out the way, I am still feeling a little bit wobbly, but it just means that you are all going to have to step up and join me and help me get through tonight, because lots of fun things to talk about, and it's finally going to be a fun Twix rating show tomorrow night. So the link is in the stream. Thank you so much, Jez. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all of you. So thank you. Yeah, Archie Butler. The brain is mush. Please expect so much of that tonight, because my brain is fog. I'm not sure I even watched the game. I feel it in my heart, the win. I feel the joy in my soul and the happiness. And I feel I'm in the stage of grief where I feel a little bit guilty for it. I feel guilty for smiling and feeling the joy, but I honestly feel like I felt like towards the end of last week, and I will move on, I promise, and not put you through any more of this, but towards the end of the week, you know, when that the dark cloud slowly starts to dissipate, and you start to like smile and laugh, and you start to feel guilty for that. And I've been sitting with that for a couple of days, and then today, now that we have won this, I truly feel like this was just a push to just remind me that it's okay to enjoy the good things in life, because, you know, without sounding cliche, it is short. So, all right, a few things first that I want to say. Again, I am a little bit brain cell-less and very wobbly at the moment, so I'm not sure I completely absorbed a lot of the game, but the things that come to my head a few moments before I get to let other people take the floor. A few moments. Firstly, Jacob Farrow on the wing. Chef's kiss. How long I've been calling for it, how many weeks. Chef's kiss, beautiful. Artemis coming in, naturally pushed him up. Him and Kondo on the wing. Delightful. Angus Clark, a wonderful first half. That brings me to Xavier Dersma. Looks like he has done a hammy, and that makes me sad, because he has put in some fucking work this year, hasn't he? Wow. Second thing, when Archie Roberts gave away that 50 against Oliver, who sucked him in good and proper. Obviously, Archie got to be better, but terrific leadership from Redmond and Pryor, who just got to him, and he was saying but, and it looked like Pryor was saying, yeah, but you've got to be better. You've got to just hold your tongue and stay strong in that moment. Dyson Sharp, I hope he gets the Rising Star nom from this. We're still got to get him the Rising Star nom. My big ginger didn't have the best game, but stood up when it mattered most. The Xavier Dersma reaction on the bench. If you're at the game, I hope somebody's sending me that footage as we speak. But the Xavier Dersma footage when Nick Bryan snapped that goal on the bench, he was on his feet. It was the second quarter. He was on his feet. His arms were in the air, the happiness on his face. I saw him as a child at Christmas. I saw the child in him come out. Nick Bryan, been calling for this kind of game, absolutely stood up. He was gassed in the last quarter, could not go, but he had an incredibly, incredibly strong game, obviously against a less experienced opponent, but well done, absolutely killed it. Is that it? Oh, Jai Caldwell, 100%. A terrific game for him. He really got under Oliver's skin. Oliver absolutely lost his mind at Stringer a couple of times for some selfishness, but he was rattled with the attention from Calders, and I noticed that they put him on Ash when Ash went to centre bounce because Lockie Ash was really getting off the chain. So I just wanted to call out Calders because he had a really good game. And I think that's the way to get him back into form, give him a job. Obviously, Oliver, he matches him in pace and that kind of thing. So it was a good job to give him. So well done to Solly. Zach Reid, I could go through the entire list. So maybe I just shut up and let somebody else come on and do it. But Zach Reid, yeah, the only one. Terrific game against Cadman. Did Cadman kick a goal in the end? I think he may have. Did he? Maybe he didn't. Don't think he did. So he kept him goalless. Good boy. All right. Let's bring someone on, shall we? Let's bring on Webby. Hello, Webby.
Oh, hi. Hello, Fiona. Do you know what that tastes like? That tastes like the sweet taste of victory. Absolutely.
Yay. How good, Webby? How good?
I'm beyond amazed. I mean, Caldwell, what a man. Dyson Sharp, what a man. Peter Wright, what a man. Everyone was absolutely sensational. To all knows who have gone through bad times, Fiona, so sorry for your loss. I hope you're well. Glad to see you safe and sound.
Thank you, Webby.
So welcome back to the fan cams. Welcome back to YouTube. Glad to see Bomber Banter back in action. What a way to come back after a win.
This is true. This is very true. I'm going to say I brought it with me. It's a little gift from my beloved above. So, yeah, 100%. What a game. What a week to return.
Yeah. So I mean, to all those at the ground that have gone through the experiences, this win is for you. It's for all of us. I know looking at it, it's a complete write-off. I mean, looking firsthand, it's just another average Essendon win, which has led to nothing in the last few years. But this win definitely has got significance to it. I mean, GWS, 3 years ago, they thrashed us by 125 points. 125. They've thrashed us like nearly every year. I mean, we got close to beating them last time out, but unfortunately didn't. But this time, I got a little bit nervous towards the end, as I do. I know I've got the habit of throwing it away, but oh my God, didn't they hold on? Peter Wright, absolute saviour.
My ginger. Just easy goal, easy as you like, Webby.
That's our man, isn't it?
Just easy as you like. Go back. And just because you have a bad game doesn't mean you're down and out. You can still impact. So, well done, 2 metre.
That's like some man. I mean, as I said to my letter last time, tough times don't last forever, but tough people do. I mean, we tell you what, the tough times. Yeah, yes, we're still in them, but you can start to see that light at the end of the tunnel now. I mean, it might be a false dawn, but this team has got a lot going for it. Well, I mean, if we could get top 10 next season, top 6, I don't care what. If we manage that next season and continue that momentum, then that is a big step in the right direction.
Agreed. I think I did a post on Insta a couple of days ago. Just obviously, I didn't watch the Brisbane game on the day because obviously was elsewhere, but I watched purely for Twix purposes. So if ever anybody questions my commitment to this channel, please think again. But for Twix purposes, I watched the Brisbane game. I think it was Thursday, and two things. Yeah, it was torturous. I thought I was already in pain. Yeah, watch a 90-point loss. Why don't you, Fiona? But the one thing that I came out of it thinking and seeing,
I was watching it with curiosity, thinking if we lose by 100.
Yeah, well,
it's going to be another 100-point loss, but it was a miracle that somehow got 6 goals in it. But now might be a sign coming up to this week.
Yeah, 100%. It was very close. I think they may have just slightly switched off in the last quarter. I don't think. I probably know that. But I noticed from the game, the one thing I took away from the game was the kind of just the watching Angus Clark and what I took from what I could see for the future in terms of having him and some more pace and speed and zip and gut running prowess along that wing. And I did a post a couple of days ago on just how I could see the wings now coming together. A week ago, I was really worried about where we were going in that wing position. It was just somewhere where we had just glaring holes in terms of our ability to move the ball. And, I think I put pictures of Artemis and Farrow and Kondo and Roberts up, and all of a sudden it felt like, okay, I can see the puzzle pieces.
The future.
Can see the puzzle pieces all coming together. It's not there yet. Love you, Gwenda. And it's not there yet, and it's not a complete picture, but the pieces are there. Everything, the players with the traits that you want in wingmen are there. So, and add that to Fiorini, Martin, and Dursma, and that's not too bad for the future, of course.
Yeah, so I agree. Them kids have got talent. I mean, Sharpsley was, I think, in my opinion, today outstanding.
He was.
Not sure if she had a few bits and pieces that weren't quite there, but you could see even in the team's faults, they still functioned.
Yep.
It was obvious. They didn't back down when they were losing. They couldn't capitulate. And as I said,
great point.
They went for it and they prevailed.
Great point.
That makes me very happy.
Great point on that, Webby. They a few times GWS really pushed, especially late, and very easy to just go into your shells. But they felt it was on from the start, and they didn't give up. So
yeah. I mean, when we've got Hawthorn next week, so hopefully they can take it into that. I mean, Hawthorn are our deadliest rival. Again, I hate them more than Carlton just as much as Collingwood. But I'll tell you what, you know how we start speaking at back at the start of the year about Merritt not getting traded to Hawthorn. This game, it needs to be our redemption. We need to show up against these bastards and absolutely crush them. I mean, I don't think we will. I don't feel confident about winning another game for the year. But the exciting thing is, in times like this, you never know. A bit like today. I'll tell you what. If Solomon can get these boys ramped up again after today, then that is going to be magic. Absolutely.
Bottle it, as they say. Bottle a bit of the medicine.
It's a momentum changer.
Yeah, and they know what it feels like. I am a little shattered that Nate Caddy wasn't a part of it. I mean, there's some cruelty in that, I have to admit.
Why wasn't Caddy part of it? Come on.
I don't
Put
have
him
any
in the squad.
updates. I don't have any updates, chat, who are asking.
Poor little man.
But he was taken to hospital, so had
I
elevated
feel
heart
gutted
rate.
for him.
I know. The heart
I
and
hope the
soul
team is thinking of him.
of the second win. First win in how many weeks? 10 weeks, 12 weeks.
12.
But they're in spirit, definitely, from hospital. Hopefully he's okay. So whilst I'm here, can anybody, if there's a update that's dropped online, please let me know, because I need to know that he's okay before I can relax and enjoy this fully. So
Also, I saw Zach Merritt getting interviewed on Fox 30 after the game. I tell you what, he looked very determined. He looked very mature. He looked very in with the lads. And for all the criticism I've given him, to be fair, he has responded very maturely. And tell you what, he's been a team player. He hasn't been in for himself. He has worked together with everyone. And I would like to see him traded at the end of the year, due to obviously what's happening. But credit where it's due to the man, Fiona. I mean, he was. I mean, he was great. No one put a foot wrong.
Yeah, I think also Ridley was a completely different human being. It was an alien invasion the last 2 weeks. It really was. Or maybe he tapped into some of his performances the last 2 weeks and decided that is not the legacy he wants to leave if he does leave this club, because he had a different endeavor. It was a different energy, and it's not a tangible thing, but it was a completely different mindset from Ridley today. I think he merit.
And final what right before I go. I actually forgot to say this last time, but I know you're part of Windy Hill Windsock, and somehow I think all the episodes have been deleted, including all your old forecasts. So I didn't know you had a history before Bomber Banter on YouTube.
Okay, I'll have to ask Solution about that.
Yeah. So I mean, Solution, if he's watching, can you please re-upload all of the old Windy Hill Windsock episodes, so that future generations can know what you did before Bomber Banter.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'll tell you what, they're quite good to listen to.
Okay. All right, Webby. We might move on. Thank you so much.
Take care. Have a good evening, Fiona. Enjoy the win.
Thank you, Webby. Much love. Bye-bye. Do you know what I've decided as well? I wasn't able to watch fully the VFL today, but I was jumping in and out. But you know what I've decided? And nobody needs to yell at me if they don't agree, because, again, just a different opinion. But I've decided, outside of Merritt, who I feel energetically, spiritually must depart the club, outside of Zach Merritt, I think we just hold off on the delistings, maybe outside of the obvious ones, but I think we hold off on the delistings and the trades, because, like, what if James Hird makes Nick Cox a Brownlow medalist? What if James Kelly reminds Archie Perkins who the fuck he is and who he was and reconnects him back with that person? Who knows if the new coach can unlock and untap what he can with any of those players on the fringe. I know there will be a few eye rolls at that insinuation and a few maybe obvious delistings in the VFL. But even with Ridley has not fallen out of love with the club. He's fallen out of love with the environment, and it's more coming from his own frustration from his body. And he's kind of attributing that to his body frustrations. He's attributing that to the place. And I'm not saying he's not necessarily unhappy with how the club's going, because, I mean, how couldn't you be? You want to win, right? But I think for him, it's more just he wants a fresh start in terms of he believes that that's going to give his body a fresh start. So I think there is room for maybe just getting to him, possibly. I know his fiance is from Queensland, and I know they have their hearts set on a fresh start and fresh environment. So I do appreciate that, and he may end up going. But just in terms of, some of those 50-50 players, you just don't know what a new coach is going to be able to do with this list, but also with these players who some of us may have written off. So that's my take from the VFL today. All right, let's move on. Hello, Andrew.
Good evening, Fiona. Look, firstly, I just want to say I'm pretty sad about your loss. A family member you lose, and it's not easy. And all credit to you to be on air. I don't want to make it, but I'm going to just say this. May their memory be eternal. May God grant them the rest and give you comfort. So they're the two things I want to say to you. It is a hard time to remember their rest, and they'll be with you in your heart forever and a day. And that's where we sit. And I think they must have won the game for you today. I would suggest, and praise to them for doing that. And what a day! And I'm lost for words for today. And it's basically, we all normally get on here and we criticise their players. We rip into all sorts of things. But how can you rip in today? What a wonderful day in relation to the Essendon Football Club and how they played. It would have been a shame that if we lost, but I had to thank one player and one player out of the whole, both sides. I just had to give them a lot of credit. Jake Stringer, I pat you on the back for missing all those goals.
How many did you miss?
He missed a heap.
7.
7 goals.
That's as many goals as Nick Cox kicked in the VFL.
Yeah. Normally they would break our heart, wouldn't they? They would kick 1 and 2, but he didn't. So for the people, and God just, and if anybody was at the game today and they booed him or Laverde, please, grow up. He wanted an extra. I know he's not everybody's favourite, and people will say, this and that, the rest about it. But he just wanted a 2-year contract. We weren't prepared to give it to him, and he's looking after his family. So, just remember that. And
I didn't think that you would be a non-booer, Andrew. I thought you would be a traditionalist because I am pro-boo.
I'm pro-boo to the umpires, and I rip in it. I was at the game yesterday in Wonthaggi watching my old club Moe beat Wonthaggi, top of the ladder side, and we stayed at Inverloch, so we couldn't get back today. And I haven't seen Moe play for years, so and it was a good win on the muddy track. So well done, the Moe. They won. They haven't now to talk about sides. No, I know this is an Essendon. Moe has not won a premiership since 1967. Okay.
Wow.
So So they're on top of the ladder, 1 loss. So, but anyway, going back to the game, and you and what you said about the actual draft about not delisting players, you are so right. Again, spot on. Okay, that is very insightful because I think we have consistently delisted players, got rid of players who have never really reached their full potential with a very crappy development. How we develop players or not develop them, and you can see there's something in Cox which he has to be fostered. I don't think Perkins played today. Did he?
He was held. No, he was held back, and then they held Blackerson back as well. But Perkins was always the hold back player because he was never listed in the VFL. So
so my problem with him and for the club doing that is how do you get his form back if you don't drop into the reserves? How does anybody get their form back? Yeah, they've got to not drop. Parrish had a good game today in the reserves, so that's a tick for him. Sada starred in the reserves. Now that's another one we should be looking at. So many, and even the other one, the tall guy, number 19 in our reserves, which I'm really big fan of, but he hasn't. Really, yes, yeah, they need to keep him. Now we're off the bottom of the ladder. I think. Are we off the bottom of the ladder?
We are. Yep.
And I think we're not going to get back there. So we're going to miss out on the first round pick.
I think. Hang on. Let's have a look at who does Richmond. Do you know who Richmond plays for the rest of the season?
They've got a fairly hard. They've got one game which they could win. I think it's West Coast.
They've got Dogs. They got West Coast. They could win that. That's at the G. Andrew.
The West Coast is playing reasonably well.
They are.
So
then they got Adelaide, and then they got. No, they won't win that one. And then they got St Kilda at the G, who I don't know. And then they got Geelong. So I think we've got harder games personally.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like they're locked to take. They're going to take Harry Van Hatten. So
that's okay.
Let's all shed a tear for that, because I think Harry would have been unicorn-like for us as well. But Archie.
There's another ruckman, which we've been. I think Scooter will probably be able to tell you more than I would be. It's Herbert. Well, not Herbert. I wrote it down here somewhere. Ethan Herbert.
Sorry, Kate. Missing pick number 1 due to percentage would be the most Essendon thing since the last Essendon thing. You're so right, Kate. You nailed that. If we actually do miss it just on percentage, how many hits can we take this year?
We can make it work because Ethan Herbert is a very good ruckman from South Australia.
I like a ginger.
Yeah, and the other guy we want Butler. So we could win out. We still can win out of this because Butler, I think Archie actually done his collarbone. He's not playing for
broke his collarbone. Yeah,
so he might drop down the rankings a bit, which would be good for us. But look, who knows? Let's wait and see. The more important thing, everybody should celebrate tonight. I'm not going to hold up any more of your time because I think other people want to get on. And I just think we savour the win. And we move on to Hawthorn next week. And
we do. We stay in the moment. We pretend that we don't have Hawthorn next week, Andrew, I think. And we just stay in this moment right now.
Just one thing. If people more learned than me will look at this, when sides win by a lot, a huge amount in their, they tend to not play that well, or they're a bit rusty the week after. If you look at the trends, if they win by 100 points, they struggle the week after. It doesn't say they'll lose, but they don't play as well, normally 2 weeks in a row. Okay. So you never know. We might have a close game on our hands next week if we bring, although Caddy not more likely not playing with the heart murmur.
Yeah.
And a few other things. But let's take it 1 week at a time, as they say.
Absolutely.
Good night, Fiona.
Absolutely, Andrew. Thank you so much for your words. Appreciate you.
And just have a good, the best week you possibly can under the circumstances.
Thank you, Andrew. Grateful for you. Take care. Have a good week. Bye.
No Bye-bye.
I just remembered that GWS beat Freo last week. There's got to be something just so weird. I know they have injuries and they lost a few this week. Who are they missing? Daniels, he killed us last time. Riccardi wasn't playing. Obviously, Tom Green, but they haven't had him all year. Yeah, how do you beat Freo? I don't understand. I'm going to tell you something Scooter sent to me. 50% of our goals tonight were kicked by the 2025 draftees. 50% of them. 2 for Farrow, Sharp kicked one, Roby kicked one, and Al Haka kicked one. We might speak to Al Haka later tonight. Al Haka was good, though. Al Echka, Lil Huss, he was very, very good. And Kako, very, very good. That buzz around the ball, that buzz. He's got to keep his feet a bit more, but he can evade a contest like the best of them. All right. Let's have a chat to Joe. Hello, Joe.
Hey, Fiona. Condolences. Well done for getting up. Congratulations on the win. I think it's coming at a great time. I think it's great therapy. And as you rightfully say, you might feel guilty in having some happiness, but everyone deserves happiness, especially when you've invested so much into this group of boys. You deserve some absolute recompense for everything that you've given out to not just to the boys, but to everybody here in the community. Absolutely deserved, 100% deserved. And I wanted to raise that 50% thing, but you got there to it. That's all right.
I'm so sorry. You can say it again because it's worth saying again. Tell me again. My brain is mush. So one thing in one ear, out the other. So I've already forgotten what I said. What was it again?
Guys, we kicked 10 goals. Half of them were from the kids that we picked up last year. Half of them. So, and it even goes beyond that. Not only did the Giants recently beat Fremantle, and recently beat Geelong, we were by far and away the youngest team this week. By far. I've had a look. I've looked at all the averages. Our average age was 23.6. Okay. The next youngest was Port Adelaide, 24.7. We were a year and 1 month younger than the second youngest team in the comp this week. So not only was it a team full of kids, full of bibes, as you like to call them, they played with so much passion. They played with so much desire. And I absolutely love the commitment to the tackle this week. They stuck their tackles. The pressure was through the roof. And that's what you get from the youthful exuberance. You get that buy-in. You get that desire to win. There isn't that pressure of your future. I'm at a crossroads with my career. You don't have any of that. You've just got players who want to play damn good football. And they did. And you can literally list off every single player that played today, and you can go and you can give them flowers and a pat on the back. Every single one of them, even Zach, you could go. He had a few really good defensive tackles. Like he saved one dead certain goal in front of the big sticks, caught hold on the ball. It was such a great buy-in performance for all of the players. I think we do need to give a little bit of a shout out to Dean Solomon. That was his first ever win himself from the coach's box, but not in the coach's box, down on the ground level. He might have unlocked something here, and we might need to get him back up to the box really soon if we want to get number one pick. But if anything is to happen, though, there is no Harley Reid this year. There is no Harley Reid this year, so there is no generational talent, I don't think, that requires us to have the number one overall pick. If Richmond have the first pick, sure, go for it. You want to get Van Hatten, all yours. I don't really care because Archie Butler is a wonderful secondary option. So, but the win, I think the positive vibes, the fact that they got to go out there, sing the song, have a Gatorade shower, give us some, give the fans something to cheer about and be happy about. It's worth more than one position in the draft, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think I think you're right. I think this was it feels like medicine for me right now. I feel like their spirits needed it. Maybe I think it's worth. My gut says it's worth more than the number one pick, even though, and look, I still think we are essentially bottoming out, even if we end up with pick 2 and we finish 17th. So it's still ground zero, rock bottom, however you want to look at it, no worries. But the biggest thing for me, 3 weeks ago, maybe 4, I was sitting here and I was telling you that maybe not you specifically, but I was telling the fan cams that our inside 50 tackles were sitting at like 4, 5 maybe at most. 4 tackles inside 50. Tonight, 18 tackles inside 50.
Exactly.
That's the difference. That's the difference. And it's the first thing you saw in the VFL today. the front half pressure, the intent, the energy to keep the ball in your front half, not just let it walk out of there. And that's what got it there tonight. And with the tackles and the pressure, we're pretty shit skill-wise, right? We still missed very easy targets. But if you don't have that, it doesn't mean you have to lose a game or you have to be down and out. Your energy and intent and endeavor can still pick you up half the way there, And that's why it's so frustrating that both things have been missing for most weeks, because one thing maybe, we can't control right now, our skill level. We've got to work on that. We've got to get to work. But the other stuff is non-negotiables for us. And it was the kids who drove it.
Absolutely. Well done, Langy, on the 20 gifted memberships. That's incredible. What a generous human being you are for a non-Essendon supporter as well.
I love you, Langy. I love you with my entire heart and soul. If you got a membership, please thank Langy. Moby, goes without saying that I love you very, very much with my entire heart and soul. Thank you so much for that. You are so generous. Getting me through it, this community. You all really stepped up. So thank you so much, Langy and Moby. Sorry, Joe, did I interrupt you?
No, that's all right. I was going to say that you're right. That it was really in the buy-in from the youngsters who were part of that desire to apply front half pressure. But a lot of it also was the clear instruction of, guys, we want to try and play on. We're going to try and get the ball inside forward 50. We can't generate front half turnovers and apply those forward 50 tackles if we're continuing to kick it sideways and backwards. This was a team that was really committed to challenging the Giants defensively. We're going to come at you just as hard as you're going to come at us. It was occasionally a bunch of ping pong, and I think it's important that the players recognize that this is an imperfect game. It's really important that your mentality and your desire to go hard, overlap run, handball. Okay, fine, you might not nail the kick, but you can't let your man just simply walk away from you. Even there was a number of times where the kick was stuffed up, trying to hit a target, but the person didn't drop their heads, oh, they missed me. No. They followed up on the play. They applied pressure. They tackled, lunging, one-handed, like the desperation today, the true desire from the bottom of their hearts. We are not letting this go. It brought a tear. I was crying, Fiona. I was crying, and the game wasn't even over. It brought it. I could see just how badly the players wanted it, and they were fighting for each other. They were flying the flag for each other. This really felt like it was a game where everybody had fully bought in, and it was like, this is it. We are going for it. We're going helter-skelter, and incredible performance. What a time to kick 2 goals. Barrow. Gee whiz, this guy, his goal-kicking action is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Taking that one-on-one win as well to take that mark. But all of the kids, Sharpie was at start, all of the kids, Day Wicks has got some hops on him. Some of these flying marks, so athletic, running. It's just, the kids are good. We got good kids.
I liked Redmond's game as well. I think he was watching Stringer a few times, but I loved Redmond's attitude. And bless Zach Reid, when he fell Redmond and he went back with the fly of the ball really courageously, put himself in Zach Reid, and I think it was Aaron Cadman going for an aerial contest, and they both just collided into his ribs, and he was winded. And Zach Reid just put a hand on his chest, on Redmond's chest, and said, "Oh, sorry, mate. I just thought that was they were just there for each other all day. They were celebrating tackles. Angus Clark was fist pumping, watching his teammate tackle, and I just thought, this is the shit. This is the bottle. This is the stuff you bottle, because everything else is, work on it, and you can take it away at any moment. But the essence of what it feels like to be there as a team for one another. This is the shit that I'm talking about. When they link arms." for the national anthem. You know how I harp on about that, Joe? That's what I'm talking about. It's that energy bottled and brought on game day. I know that sounds ridiculous, but you're just going to have to trust my spiritual Wi-Fi, everyone, on that, because it's a thing.
It's not ridiculous. And they did something similar today. They did something similar today with the kids. Remember? They all lined up. They had that photo with all the kids in front of the banner, because it's obviously for challenge, fighting, children's cancer. An incredible, what's it called, cause that the players, have been working so hard over a long period of time. And they all walked in through the banner together. It was so beautiful. You could see that the players were fully all in on winning it for the kids. I don't know how much of it was the kids, how much of it was Rama. Ramanaskis came during the week as well. He always comes in, obviously talking about his story. But there really was a togetherness about the boys today. Really was a togetherness. Even Ridley at time, I thought Ridley last week and the week before appeared to have genuinely checked out. I did not get that vibe at all. Everyone was committed. Everyone was fully bought in, and I'm honestly so happy, so happy. Couldn't wipe a smile off my face. Get it. Also, to you, freaking what's his face, Clayton Oliver, get a big dog up here, mate. You can't be dropping yourself down like that to draw a 50-minute penalty. I know you're a veteran. And you're trying to be all smart in that, but you can't be dropping like a sack of potatoes over that. I'm so glad karma came back to bite you in the ass and you guys ended up losing, because that's just poor form. And I really hope he cops a fine for staging or something, because that was pathetic.
I'm a bit worried that they're going to suspend Roberts.
No.
For a little. Well, aren't they quote unquote cracking down on the little? I didn't see a replay, a slow mo replay, but did it just hit chest? I don't know. I thought he kind of got high, not with force, but Oliver felt a little graze and then fell to the ground, knowing that was going to get cited.
Nah, he can get a big dog up him, stuff him. He can get stuffed, and they're the team now that lost to the Bombers. They're the team that gave the Bombers their first win in Victoria. So well done, Clayton. Well done, Giants. And on that note, I'll let someone else come on. Up the Dons. Thank you, Fiona, for coming on. All the best. Joe.
Appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, he did get sucked in, but I reckon he felt like he wanted to do something, because he obviously got put forward. He was getting beaten up around the ball a little bit, I thought, because Caldwell was getting under his skin. So I thought this was going to be his moment to kind of, win it for the Giants. Did anybody else feel like we got the conspiratory nature of my brain feels like the AFL may have wanted us to win, because I felt like we got a big handful of very lucky umpiring calls. Is that just me? And I feel like they chose GWS to do it against, because there's no fans of GWS online or anywhere in the world to argue or to get up in arms about. Look, I'm not complaining. I'm enjoying the medicine just like we all are, but I did think that. Hello. Thank you, Griffin, for signing up. Appreciate you. Adam, thank you for the 20 while we're at it. We all love you. Thank you. We were cooking tonight. Must be your doing. Thoughts go out to you. Much love, Adam. Totally agree. Matthew A. Archer Day Wicks has some fantastic specky ability. Agree. He and Caddy are going to have some airtime. They are going to be rocking off for Mark of the Year eventually, I think. That's just me? Was it just me? Oh, okay. I thought we got some very lucky frees. Some crowd frees, yeah. Which, love that. Well done, whoever was there and made the noise, because you all sounded fucking marvelous to my ears. Footy gods making things even, and I thank them for that. Where have they been? I'd like to ask them a question, because to show up at round, 19, but it's all part of a bigger picture, everybody. Bigger picture. It's all part of the journey and the story. Don't know. GWS shouldn't exist, should have been Canberra. Hey, they may still, right? No, aren't they changing their name? They're going somewhere. I don't know. Hello, Jed. Thank you so much. Of course, we might not get the number one pick. I know. But you know what? If the footy gods have shown up at round 19, maybe they'll show up and they'll give Richmond a cheeky little win. Happy for you, Marcus. It sounded like Marvel was packed. Can we please all just appreciate a tush for 1 second, who is only Essendon, but he's really only Carlton if you guys have just not recognised him. He is a pseudo Essendon man and showing me great support. I heart you, my man. And it's Jacko. Jacko, your namesake did well tonight. Thank you. Big love. Everybody, Jackson Artemis showed some signs, didn't he? Took him a little bit to get the pace, but tell you what, puzzle pieces, bigger picture, new coach. Who knows what he'll do with this group? All right. Sorry, talking into a void. Hello, Corey.
How's it going?
Pretty well. How are you?
Speechless. I cried. I can't believe it. That was season-defining, club-defining, and the turn of what's going to hopefully be success and optimism for the future. I'm so speechless. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I think we've got some big jobs and tasks ahead and big mountains to climb, but it's okay to acknowledge that today was a really pivotal point for this group, just as a whole, spiritually.
100%. Just from, like everyone said in the chat so far, and you've said yourself, and people who've been on fan cams today, they all bought in, and whatever was said after the game from last week's ass kicking and previous weeks we've been flogged. Selection integrity actually paid off for both teams in VFL and AFL.
Funny
it's amazing when people who play their natural positions actually succeed, and the proof was in the pudding today. We win a game of football. Yes, we kicked inaccurately, but so did GWS. But a win's a win, and it's bloody good to be on a fan cams when it's winning.
I'm so glad, and that's why everybody, we might not get the next opportunity. So I am waiting for many more of you to join me tonight and help me out. So jump in. We might not get another opportunity. If you've been waiting for that win to jump on, now's the chance. I'm just seeing Isaac Kako, Jai Caldwell, both with the most tackles on the ground in 7 tackles. So happy for both of them to refine some form, because particularly Jai Caldwell, he's had a tough year, but it's not from a lack of care. I don't know how to get that across to you guys. It's not from a lack of care. It's just not clicking. The body's not clicking. It's a bit of overwhelm, and then the body's just not functioning like the mind wants it to. So, yeah, happy for those boys.
100%. They played out of their skin today. They did. Actual, whoops, that just muted got then. Sorry, you there? Oh, I've lost you up.
You're right. Oh no, I was waiting to hear some love for. Oh, there we go. For Kako and.
Oh, it cut out.
Back.
Sorry, it cut out. I don't know
You're
what
right.
it did. It got muted and then it just cut out for some reason.
All good.
Yeah, it was unreal. Everyone from the 23 that we picked played sensational. Played team first football, did the simple things right. The 1%ers that we all harp on that some players haven't done in the past who were in the VFL did it today. And yeah, it was just really pleasing to see the effort and intent was there against a decent team that was in good form in GWS. And yes, they kicked themselves out of it, but give every bit of effort to the coaching staff today, because they deserve all the praise in the world today for that effort.
Yeah, look, has to be said, we didn't kick all that well ourselves. We missed a fair few. I mean, they missed 6. Shit, did they miss 16? Holy heck, 8-16. Well, Jake Stringer was responsible for 7 of those. So, Well, we missed 7 in the first quarter. We couldn't really kick a goal. So, but again, bad kicking is bad football. So
100%. 100%. But no, it was. I was very pleased with Dyson Sharp's game. I thought he was probably in our top 3 players today. His first use by hand and foot was just so clean. And you can see why his under-18s year, why he was so dominant in the under-18 junior comp and what he could potentially show. Same as Sullivan Roby. Like that bloke's Nat 5 2.0. He is, the bloke you're just, man crush on that bloke. He is so good.
Did he play more forward? Felt like he played more forward tonight, not so much around the ball.
He played more forward, yes, and they tried to do almost one out like a Dustin Martin type role. I don't actually mind that because of his size and his build. Like maybe for 5 minutes here and there, and then just throw him back in the midfield or go midfield, forward line, bench, 3-way rotation. But I actually really liked that idea.
Yeah, he was kind of one out, as you said, with Laverty a few times. We probably didn't get it in there quite near enough to give him the opportunity to win those one-on-one contests. But yeah, I think it's good to give him experience in those situations, so he learns a bit of the craft.
100%. He's only going to get better from it as long as he keeps his body right and keeps doing what he's doing. And same with the first year players and the young guys under 21, because we had 11 players under 21 in that side. Youngest team by the length of Flemington Straight, and proof was in the pudding in the belief and how excited they're going to be. And I'd like to see what it's like at training this week, or what they would have said after the game from a coach's perspective. That would be really interesting to hear. Obviously, we may or may not hear it, but it would be awesome to see the excitement and how much relief is off their back from the win today.
Yeah, I think that's the word. It'll just be a breath out that most of them didn't realise they were holding on to for 12 weeks. They'll all just be able to sigh, and the shoulders will drop a little bit, and a little bit of that heaviness will fade away for a hot minute until the pressure jumps right back on for the rest of the year. But look, I don't know. I think this, no, I won't say pacifies, because that kind of has sort of negative connotations, but I think this kind of sustains. That's probably a better word. Do you think this win sustains a lot of Essendon supporters, knowing that we've got this win, we've got a new coach, in a month's time, maybe less. We can see the pieces.
I think it gives belief that you can see when we're on and when we actually provide effort and intent and want to succeed against a good team in GWS who were playing well, that there is good players and there is good talent here. And whoever is coach, as I said, I don't care who coaches, as long as they bring in the right people with them and they just keep building on the belief of what happened today. Because to me, this is season defining. It is club defining, and I will absolutely timestamp this, because I will stand on it until my grave.
All right, timestamp it, Corey. Love it. Love your work.
No worries.
All right. Take
good.
care of yourself. Have a good week. Chat to you soon.
Thanks, finally. You too.
Bye.
See you.
Bye. Trish, I got you. Is that clear? Post-it note drop that. That didn't flow off the tongue. I meant to say mic drop that, but I said post-it drop that. Small forwards. You know what I was thinking as well after the last quarter last week and watching Andy McGrath in the last quarter play forward? I was thinking, that guy's got, it just reminded me of that low center of gravity that he's got when he's kind of evading. And I thought maybe him, Huss and Kako down there, maybe there's something there. Maybe he can play like a defensive forward role like Connor McKenna is doing at Brisbane. I don't know. Small forwards, just get him in. Doesn't matter where they come from, what shape they come in, just get him in. I don't know. That could be something to work with there if he's just kind of meandering in no man's land in the back line. Marie, seeing the kids who are dealing with so much in the circle when the boys sang the song was beautiful. They truly inspiring. Chocolate hearts to all the faithful. Big love, Marie. Yes. It is good perspective, isn't it? When you think about, things. Thank you for the reminder. How are you all doing? That's a good question, SJ. I have no update. Any updates, anybody that's tuning in to social media right now for us? No doubt he will be saying, get me out of here if he's still in hospital. He wants to go and celebrate. But, and no doubt he'll probably want to play next week. But if you're hearing this, Cads, that win had your name absolutely on it as well. So you were a big part of getting us to that win, because a win is never in isolation. It's an accumulation of, work, but also, fighting spirit. So Caddy has been sent home. Okay, bless. I'll have to wave to him. He lives in the next street to me. And I'm going to intercept the trucks that are delivering all of his energy drinks. Just saying that. All right, let's have a chat to Tim.
Hey,
Tim.
Welcome back, Fiona.
Thank you.
Yes,
looking great.
Yes, it's been 12 months to have them out in victory. They've only gone to games and been a curse. But no, look, personally, you've been in everyone's thoughts during the week, and I was dreading during that last quarter. I was thinking, no, they can't do that to Fiona. They can't steal it. That would be a compounding thing. And as Joe said, you've got nothing to feel guilty about. Your loved ones want you to be happy, not sad. They're not going to be holding it against you. You remember the good times. The bad memories will fade. The good ones will stick with you. That's what you hold on to. So, give yourself enjoy this just like everyone else is. You're entitled. So.
Thank you, Tim. And it helps when you have this sitting, just staring at you right here. Yeah. And you're all helping me, so thank you. As you are too. And I'm just loving looking at you in your Essendon hat and scarf.
In full garb. Can't see the eyebrows, but never mind.
Moby. See, Tim's got you too, Moby. He's a thoughtful man, Tim. We love Tim. All right, hit me. Who'd you love? What you love? Aside from everything.
Like Joe said, that was a fantastic team-wide effort, and no one should be dropped. It'll be Cox in for Dersma, who I think is probably going to be out for a few with hammy. That was unfortunate. Blame the commentators for saying how he's played every game this season.
Oh, I think I missed that part. Did they really?
They said that, yeah. They're going, thanks for that. And then, next quarter. Our pressure rating for that game was through the roof. It would have to be our highest pressure rating game in a long, long time. I think in the third quarter, we were rating over 250. It was typified by, Huss when he got that crappy pass to a 2-on-1 and he just hassled and turns the ball over and we get the goal, as a result. He and Kako just putting the pressure on. I don't care if Kako's, it's what they're both doing without the ball that's
exactly
is really important. They'll get their goals, in time. Kako, he's probably at 75, 80% of what, we know he can do, but he was definitely, much more like the Kako that we saw before he had his injury. So,
and he was in for a few centre bounces, which was great.
Yeah. Now with Roby, I thought he'd played most of his centre bounce attempts in the first half, and then they maybe switched him to forward, but he was dominating in the first half. I haven't seen his stats, but he was getting a lot of commentator love as well during that that period. And he's a beast. He'll have players hanging off him and still gets the ball away. It's
the instinct. It's the first instinct to brush away a tackler. And sometimes he brushes like thin air and there's nobody there. And I just adore him for that because it's just instinctive now. It's a reflex.
Yeah, but everyone was doing the team thing. And, Langford, who had a pretty quiet day, that was perfect.
Yeah.
And you go, don't kick it, don't go for the goal. just
But
pick
what
at
about
someone.
even the effort, the 2-on-1 effort? He didn't win the ball,
Oh,
but he slowed it. Like,
yeah.
that was
No,
just
so
sheer
he was just doing the team thing.
he was out.
The whole day. Everyone was basically doing their role. Everyone had a job, and to me, it looked like they were all executing that that well, and the effort was unquestioned. So as long as Parrish doesn't get inserted straight back in, I think he did okay in the reserves. But I think Sardis. I think he did better than Sardis. Yeah, I think Sardis and he both did quite well, because I think we had a big win in the reserves. And
We had a beautiful win.
And Cox got 7, so he's the logical in for me for put him on the wing, or he's good, or put him up forward. We might be lacking in some height there if Caddy's.
That's the most obvious for me, Cox for Caddy and Cox forward. I said weeks ago that I don't mind Cox learning the wing role, because I think his attributes are really suited for that role. So I didn't mind him learning it. However,
he can play a variety
if you're gonna make him do that role, school is where you learn. The VFL is the school that you teach him that. You don't put him back in the VFL and just play him forward.
Yeah.
So I don't mind if he eventually if we put him on the wing, but honestly, like, school, learn it at school, which is in the VFL, and then he plays forward and he's like a dominant. So
the question mark for Cox for me was never his ability; it was his durability. It was after the concussion thing. Was he on borrowed time? If he got another knock, was that going to be it for him? He can kick with both feet. He's tall. He's mobile. I think
this sounds really dumb. This sounds really dumb, and it's not going to make any sense to a lot of muggles. But there's just a defiance about Nick Cox, and I just feel like he just won't let it. He just won't let a head knock eventuate.
Right.
That is how I feel about him, and it's such a shift in energy, because the preseason, I've said this many times, you're going to get sick of hearing me say it, but the preseason, it was a different human being, honestly. So I just don't feel like he'll let a head knock interrupt his career. I just don't. So,
well, I hope that's the case. I'd really like to see at least one of that trio from 2020 be a success. I hope Perko can turn around. I liked your suggestion that they won't do a. Oh, sorry, Reed. He's doing good. Yeah, he's fine. Reed, but Perkins. Let's see who the coach is, like you said, and maybe they can weave some magic with those. Changes as good as a holiday. Why do they have to go to a new club to get the best out of them?
A lot of change coming at Essendon. No need.
There's going to be a lot of change. No need to go anywhere else. We'll have a whole new, look and feel, come to the end of the year. So, have the coach sit down with them all, interview them all, work out who's in, who's going to, who's committed, who isn't. Get to the root of the problem, because Perkins, I just think, has been mismanaged. I think the lack of effort. I don't think it's lack of effort. I think even Scott said that it was lack of confidence. I think he'd been played out of position and been in and out so often that you eroded his natural ability. I can still remember the game, I think, where he got like 3 votes playing in the mid. It was against Hawthorn a few years back. Early days where he was just sensational in the mid,
round
best
1,
on
I think.
ground. Yeah, and did they ever play him in the mid again? Only very, fleetingly. And anyway, I agree with you. I think get the new coaching team in and look at everyone before aside from Parrish, who's dead to me, and Merritt, who I think we have to let go at this point, unless he somehow turns around and decides he wants to stay. Not that we don't hold him. He has to. We don't hold anyone at this point. Anyone who wants to go. rebuilding.
I think we've got enough who want to stay and be part of the change and be part of, as Caddy says, the group that holds the next cup up. So there is literally nothing to gain at this point holding anyone against their will. So,
no. But I love Does Mark, and
Does
just
was
wish
good
that.
today.
Yeah, no, he was on from the get go, and I and he set the tone. That was in the first half in particular, and then
I thought he and Sharp, I thought Sharp really set the tone early. But you're right, does I think we've come to expect him to do that now the last few weeks. But now, but he wasn't like that at the start of the year. I feel like he now knows that this is the bar, and that's the starting. You don't just gradually make your way there. You start there and you elevate, you go higher. And it's good to see him from the first quarter, the first bounce with that tenacity.
Because it was like it was contagious, because it was that him and Sharp, and then everyone was doing it, and they were all patting each other on the back. The tackle, all the 1 percenters were getting recognised. A great spoil, a great tackle. They're all getting the right response. So, hey, next week after we're a young team. After that, I don't expect we'll.
No, next week's cancelled. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's reinforced the lesson that if you put in 100% effort, do the team things, good things can happen. And as I always maintain, there isn't a huge difference between top and bottom. It's very easy to lose by 100 points with only one or two players being below standard. And that's why you can't carry anyone. There's nowhere to hide a player short. So if you're not getting 100% buy-in, you're starting on the back foot well and truly. And we won the first three quarters. That was our first quarter win for the season. The other one being the Melbourne game. Ooh. And I can't remember what the other one, it eludes me. But anyway, that was, so we win the first quarter. We win 60% of the time, every time. So,
Okay. Wonderful. So, gosh.
Okay. Well, look after yourself,
right, Tim.
Fiona. I'll let you. I'm sure you've got a full board of calls there, so I'll let you get on to the to the next one. But hopefully, it's not 31 weeks to the next Melbourne victory.
On that note, thank you, Tim. Appreciate it.
Okay,
have a good week. We'll talk to you soon. Bye. I just realised that I have a happy replay to watch, and I'll watch this one so many times. Oh my God, you don't want to know how many times I watch the Melbourne replay. Sometimes when I'm feeling really bad or feeling shit, I watch the Melbourne game again. I can recite the commentary at this point. Yeah. But yay for a happy multiple replay watch. I love that for me and you. Brooke, thank you so much. Welcome. Appreciate you. G-Pat, you wanted the number one pick, but seeing the smiles on all the kids' faces made it all worthwhile. And all the Bomber fans' faces that are smiling, I'm sure, smiling at me right now. I can't see you, but I can see you because I have spiritual Wi-Fi, so I see you all. I just remembered. Mark, why did you have to just remind me that Duursma did a hammy? The body of work that Xavier Duursma has put in this year, this is very, very cruel. This is peak cruelness. There has been some cruelty, but that's not fair. Caddy not getting part of it is not really fair too. Yeah. Sharp, such a good team man. He really is. He's just purity in a footballer. We have one of those, that you're not gonna have to try hard to teach him shit. Like, he just knows. His body just knows. Jake Stringer came to repay Essendon fans today with his 0 goals 7, a win for you on the trade table now. Do you know what I also saw during the week? And it made me think of how did Essendon let Patrick Voss go? Like, Essendon's the first and last team to ever let a player go who goes to another club and finds in some, new energy. Because I saw Saints fans crying about memory and letting him go because he played very well for Collingwood. And it just reminded me that I really need to save those posts to then repost them to people who wang on and complain about Patrick Voss. Everyday smell. Side note, it just clicked what your name, anyway. Apparently we're going very hard for Artie Jones from the Dogs, as we should. He's exactly what we need. Absolutely exactly what we need. He can be a bit flaky with his disposal, so I'm not sure we need more of that, but all of his other attributes, works hard without when the team doesn't have the ball. Hook that. Sign me up. Yes, oh my gosh, I forgot. He started in the middle and he took some ruck things, ruck taps. Also, just remembering that Brian had a very, very good game. Love that for him. Needed it. And somebody else, I don't know who said it, but I'd credit you if I could. Vigo. How good was Vigo in the VFL today? That is the game that you're waiting for to see from Vigs. He needed that. I wonder if he gets a cheeky senior game. I wouldn't hate that. Let's see him, get him a game. Got 2 last year. He's been very unlucky with injury, unfortunately, but I'd love to see him get a game. Hi, Jonathan. Thoughts on Artemis? I thought he showed signs, really good signs. Some really good, energy and drive to be creative and propel the ball forward. He was obviously picking up the pace. Took a bit for him to pick up the pace. Got run down, holding the ball a couple of times, but there's definitely very, very clearly something there and exactly what we need as well. So I think naturally he'll run through the wing. I thought Kondo showed really good signs too. Would have been lovely for him to get his first goal in tonight's environment, wouldn't it? But, yeah. Trish. Artie, Archie, Archer. You're right. We have a hell of a lot of A's on the list now. All right. Let's have a chat to Chris. Hey, Chris.
Hello. Finally.
Yay.
Oh. It's like I completely forgot about all the highlights of the game.
Oh, no,
we won. We won. It's like yeah, you just forget everything, and like when you lose, you remember everything, and
True.
and everyone comes on here all dramatic, and and now that we won, we're sort of like all up in the air, and don't really sort of like speechless.
I know. That's how bereft we are of this feeling.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Like, I know we have so many wonderful Collingwood and Carlton friends in the chat who have floated by, but I'm wondering what opposition fans are thinking watching us all celebrate like we won, like we've won the grand final. I mean, I don't give 2 shits. I am riding this pony to the moon.
Yeah, I haven't seen
insufferability is coming everybody's way, but
yeah, I wonder what Dan does footy. What he's how he posts after each game, like memes and that.
Yep. He'll have some
I wonder
content.
I haven't seen it yet. What's he posted about, this game? We'll probably say, Essendon fans, book your grand final tickets,
Feels that way. It feels that way, man.
Yeah.
Wow. It's just you just remember that we haven't won 2 wins in a season.
Yeah.
And you know what reminded me of that? Hearing that the Kangaroos have won like 8. And I just thought, wow, that's a lot. But really, it's really not that many.
See, like I was saying, like the whole when I was coming up on here, we just need to play with, like aggression, with, like a really, want to win, you know, attitude, and that's what we gave the whole day, you know. Compared to, you know, last week, I don't know if you saw the Brisbane game, watched it. We only scored one goal, like for the 3 quarters.
Felt like a flatline game.
Yeah. Yeah, and today it was just like, you know, yeah, it was like, yeah, I worried a bit. Yeah, I worried when when Archie Roberts gave that last free kick away. Like again, I was like, oh no, we had it, you know.
Yep.
But then, you know,
The
then
gods.
thank you, Peter Wright.
Never let you down when
Yeah.
it matters. When it matters. God, that was
Yeah.
important. Oh God, who kicked it to him? Please, anybody remember who?
Oh.
I know he got the free from it, but who kicked it? Because it was a good kick. It was sort of to his advantage. But anyway, somebody tell me who kicked it to him.
Yeah, Brian was pretty good the whole game.
It was very good.
Well, he kicked what, 2 goals, didn't he?
Yeah, he kicked 2 goals, but he did.
Or
He
was
took
it more?
marks. He took marks
Yeah.
around the ground. He bullied his opponent.
Was
Chef's
that
kiss.
his like first ever 2 goals, like, or like he hasn't kicked more career goals than
No.
that? Yeah.
I don't think
Oh,
it
he
would have been
has?
his first goals. I don't think my gut says I feel like Nick Bryan's kicked. Yeah, no. He's kicked a debut goal. Yeah. He's kicked
Okay.
a goal. Yeah.
And Farrow, they were his first 2 career
Farrow's
goals.
was his
Yeah.
first. Yeah.
Didn't he kick another one, 2, or just
He
one?
kicked 2, but yeah, he had his first
Yeah.
ever goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. First ever goal tonight. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's good that Artemis got his first win, you know.
Well, he's not an Essendon player yet, but he's had many Essendon wins because he was an Essendon supporter. So
Jackson Artemis.
Oh,
debut. Yeah.
I thought,
Right.
sorry, complete brain frog. I thought
Yeah.
I thought you said like Archie Butler, you know?
No,
Oh my God, I'm so
Artemis.
sorry.
Probably
I'm
the
so
way,
sorry.
you know, way I come across. But yeah, Jackson
No,
Artemis.
it's not you. It was me.
Yeah.
My bad. But you know what? Like Roby in round 5, that was his first debut game, first win.
Oh, yeah.
Artemis debut game, first win. Lucky boys.
Yeah. I mean, Langford wasn't really, I don't know.
Love that it was Angus Clark. Yeah, so right. 100%. The brain rot.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry. Langford had a good last quarter, I thought. Really good last quarter.
Yeah. Who else? Like I said, I completely forgot, like, you know, because we won, you know.
I know.
I thought Merritt had a decent game. Like he wasn't checked out like other times. What about Ridley? What do you think of him?
Oh, it was much better. It was a different
better.
player.
Yeah.
No, he was good. Like, much when I say better from the last 2 weeks, which were an abomination. But he was very good. He put his body on the line, was, put himself in good positions to intercept. I liked his interaction with Roberts and Artie and a couple of others. So, no, he was good.
Yeah. So if Caddy's not in next week, who will we bring in?
Cox.
McMahon's not good enough yet.
Cox is ahead of McMahon. McMahon got injured, I believe, in the VFL. So,
yeah. And how long is Edwards out for?
Edwards is not far. Maybe 1 more week for Tommy. 1 more week away. 1 to 2. Can't be more than 1 to 2. Yeah.
Yeah, because
So he would. He won't be good for next week. I I doubt.
Yeah, because it's pretty good with Alachka in there in the fort.
Yeah, very good. 2 weeks for Tommy, for Edwards.
Okay.
I'm looking at our injury list. What is this? There's only 2 on the injury list. The rest are
Oh, really?
4 of them are
We're
season
catching up.
ending.
Well, we're catching up with Fremantle, are we?
We are. We're almost the ones left on there are 2 weeks away in Kale Jarine and Tom Edwards. I mean, that's something to celebrate. Well done, Matt Innes. You got them all healthy by round 19.
Yeah. So what do you think Ben Mackay will he come in again, or
played in the back? He played down back today in the VFL.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know, Chris. I don't know what their plans are, what they think. I mean, you don't drop anybody from this game, obviously, but maybe it's personnel dependent. You know, if in the games where there's big key forwards, like I suggest against Adelaide, if Tex Walker is back and we've got Riley, Thilthorpe, Fogarty, and Tex Walker, if he doesn't get suspended, Fog, maybe that's when you bring Ben Mackay back because you don't leave, Redman and Pryor to play that undersized. So maybe it's just dependent on matchups.
Yeah. Oh, isn't they were suggesting he's suspended for 3 weeks, Fogarty.
Yeah, but they're going to challenge Adelaide, so who knows?
Yeah.
Chook Lotto, the appeals board thingy. So who knows? But if they do, you would think that you can't leave Zach Reid to deal with that. So I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good today, Zach Reid.
He was brilliant.
No. I mean, sort of lucky that Toby Green went out early in the game.
Yeah, yep, he did. But we lost Caddy, so arguably one of our most important. So
yeah, and Stringer 0 goals.
That was almost like a little cherry, wasn't it, from the gods?
Yeah. Every time he was like nearly in front of goals, I was like, so my heart was just like, God's sakes, don't kick a goal.
When he was like, he was missing, I thought, this has got like, because it was so close, I thought this has got last quarter, 1 minute to go, kicks the goal written all over it to win the game.
Yeah.
Appreciate that you didn't make that happen. So, yeah.
Yeah. It kind of it reminded me of that Freo game 2 years ago when Daz kicked that point to win the game. Like it
it could have been a point.
It was level. But yeah, this time GWS today were in the lead by 2 points. And it was just like, thank you, Peter Wright, for marking in the right spot to kick the goal.
Indeed, yes.
Smart play by Langford as well at the end.
But the mark, even like it was a good, really good, solid mark, but it was an intentional mark. His brain, before he took the mark, his brain told him, "I'm not like my hands are holding this mark."
Yeah.
Before it arrived, there was just no way he was dropping it. And kind of, I don't want to bring a negative to it all, but that's the mindset that has to be present no matter what the situation from the get-go, that mindset. Yeah. Some of them have nailed it. Some of it have connected to it, and some of them just do it, in these moments. But hopefully we build on this.
Yeah. I mean, if we keep playing like this, we probably have a winnable game against Port Adelaide last game.
Marvel. Although Porter, Josh Carr,
they're missing Butters.
Yeah, but they had put up a really good fight against who they play.
Fremantle.
Freo, yeah. Like they dug deep. They're playing with some heart, Port.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. That they were missing Butters, Juan Francis, and I think Georgiadis as well.
Okay.
And yeah, they just lost. Yeah, and
Yes. Well,
GWS bet Freo and Geelong, and they couldn't beat us. It's like,
did GWS beat Geelong?
yeah, it was last week. They bet Geelong.
No, they beat Freo last week.
No, last week was Geelong.
GWS? Oh, my brain is fogged, but I'm pretty sure they beat Freo last week.
Yeah, I think it was Freo the week before. Freo, then Geelong, because Geelong played up in what is it? What's their ground called?
Oh, Cardinia
Energy
Park
Park.
or
No.
GMHBA.
No, not in Geelong. GWS's home ground.
Manuka, is it?
I thought it was
I don't
called NG Stadium or something like that.
NG Stadium. Yeah, that rings a bell.
Yeah.
NG Stadium. There we go. Thank you,
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they beat Geelong last week. Why?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The brain is not ticking along.
Well, I don't think it was by much. But again, like
they beat Geelong. They beat Geelong and they beat Freo.
Yeah.
What? What was today then?
I know, and they say on like reporters say like, oh, you know, GWS beat like say teams sort of like above them, but they struggle with teams that are below them.
I wish we had that problem. Like, what a problem to have, but that just makes no sense. A royal commission needs to investigate this. That makes absolutely no sense. But anyway, I'll take it. Chris, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining. Apologies for my brain rotness.
Oh.
I'll do better next time. Take care. Have a great week.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
Oh my God. I feel like I'm... All right. Brent, thank you so much, Brent. Appreciate it. It's nice when the unexpected happens. Who doesn't love a win? You nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. This feels good. This feels really good. It was the 39-point comeback for GWS last week. Huh. Manika. Okay. I'm sorry, Richard. Imperfect human. Yeah, just weird areas. Weird areas. Imagine just beating everyone above you, but you can't beat the team on the bottom of the ladder. And they have no fans to get upset, really. It's genuinely how I feel. All right, talking to myself. Let's talk to Ben. Hello, Ben.
Hey, mate, I'm in the new house. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Great. Yeah, can hear you.
Good. How are you?
Yeah, in the new house. Wow, what a win, mate. It was great. I felt like the days of old, you know. It was like moving stuff in the garage, doing stuff, had the TV on the downstairs, and I'm like, yeah, and I couldn't stop watching. I really couldn't. Sharp, you know, at the start of that first quarter, the young kids just like getting in, and I was like, wow, we were really putting it up to this side, and we did. You know, we did really well, and obviously we won, and we kept going. You know, we just kept going. All those teams, mate. Those players that we always talk about, like Durham and even Caldwell, I think he did a really good job tonight. And people have been dissing him, but God, he kept Oliver down, and you know, just fantastic, great.
Yep, we all needed this. Our souls, our Essendon supporting collective souls, and Moby, I think you said it earlier, the second biggest Melbourne supported side. So this is a good reminder of who we are, because 26 years of mediocrity does not absolve who we are. and how we feel about this club and the connection and the ties. We may waver, like every relationship, sometimes wobbles, but this is a good reminder for us all.
To see those kids play like they did, through that game was just remarkable. Like Farrow as well, mate. Just remarkable. But to have people like Roberts seem like an old structure back sort of like, oh, I'm just a general, and just doing it, not like trying to be flash or in the pan. And Brian, mate, everyone's been dissing him like as a ruckman. I'm thinking, God, this guy's going to make it one day. He's going to make it. And he crunch packs and he did stuff and he went in the forward line and he took the mark, a bit Draper-like, and he was trying to do a bit out of the centre. I was like, my God, this guy's going to make it too. They're all going to make it. And it's a future. I could see a real future. And I got so excited. I was like, oh, I'm cracking some beers. I'm just getting into it. I'm just like watching and I'm just going, I'm pumping and yelling. I started yelling at the TV again. Come on, Bombers! Like the old days. I hadn't done that for so long. I was like, come on. And it was so good.
Feel you.
It was so good. It felt so good. And
we don't realise that we take it for granted because we've only had one win. But
I know. One win, and it's not like we're going to make finals, whatever. I mean, GWS had everything on the line, didn't they?
Yeah, shit. That's another good point, Ben. They want to play finals. How are you going to play finals if you lose although Melbourne are playing finals and we beat them. Again, a Royal Commission needs to be into how they beat us. But you're right. GWS is the pointy end of the season. They need to be being good.
Yeah. Yeah, they wanted to get in that top 10 now or whatever, and we probably killed. So Laverty and Stringer, see you later. It was like maybe a good exit.
It was a nice little comeback, payback, because obviously we played pretty well against them earlier in the year, didn't we? Up there at NG Stadium, but it was a nice little payback.
Yeah. I mean, a few people are saying, oh, we shouldn't win because we want the number one draft pick as well. But I really feel that win filled me with lots of, I don't know, what do you call it, Essendon love or whatever. But I was like pumped. And I was pumped for the guys. And I think the young guys need that too. They need to get up there and know we can win. We can win a game of football. Yeah. Know how to win a game of football if we really go at it and keep going, and they really tried, and they kept trying, and it was really good. And Caddy going out early was a real shock.
Yeah,
because he could have really flourished in that game. I think he could have kicked.
Yeah. It's upsetting. It still upsets me that he's not there, and I didn't see the joy on his face at the final siren, but I'm sure it was there.
I'm sure he was
watching on his phone. I'm sure he was watching on his phone from hospital.
Yeah. So look, I'm really proud of the guys. It was great. I mean, yeah. I can't doubt anyone in that side tonight. I think they all tried really hard. Everyone did really well. I wouldn't lambast anyone. I mean, even Langford came back, from a few games out, and then basically sealed it at the end with his like little smart little kicking and mark, and it was like that was beautiful too. I thought. I loved at the end of the first quarter where our captain kicked our kick to Merritt. Did you see that? In the first quarter. Well, there was the seconds running out, and he was looking inwards and outwards, and went to Merritt, and McGrath kicked it to Merritt, and who kicked the goal, at that.
Oh,
I don't
yes,
know.
yes. When everybody was missing. Yeah, everyone was missing goals.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't know who was in front of Merritt at the time, went up for the mark, but just went drop back and let Merritt take it because it would have been a spoiled mark or something.
Oh, it was Angus Clark, and he put a little block on. Is it Laverty? No, it was Oliver. I think it was Oliver. Yeah, he put a block on Oliver, just a tinny tiny one, so Oliver couldn't spoil Merritt. And I thought, he gets it.
Yeah, and I loved how all the guys got around Merritt too when he kicked that goal. I loved that. I thought, there's something there still. There's still love there with Merritt, I think, with his club.
I think it's just a little bit of personal pride sticking its head through, which so it freaking should.
But to Merritt, for McGrath to look out for someone and then find Merritt, not just go, oh no, I'm not going to go for him. Which maybe that's not McGrath's style. That's not Andy McGrath's style. In fact, I don't think any of them would do that. He's a very unselfish player.
McGrath is, yeah.
Yeah, I love the club tonight. I just saw a lot there tonight that I could see for the future.
Yeah, agreed. And you said it right, Ben. Sometimes these guys need external validation. Generally, I'm not a pro external validation to define who you are, but sometimes you need the external validation just to validate all the work and all of the hang in there, the future's bright and all that, blah, blah, blah. And tonight the boys got it. So hopefully they can remember that going into preseason at this point now. So I know it's down the track, and yes, we've got a few more games to go, but we've known our year has been over for a while. So, all right, Ben.
Our future's bright. Thanks, Fiona.
Definitely. Thank you so much for jumping on. Happy housewarming your new house.
I know. Got a little Aussie over here, just
love it.
One at the moment.
Love it. Thank you, Ben. Bye. All right, we might listen to the Solly presser in a second together because I'm keen to hear what he says. But let's have a quick chat to Charlie first.
Hello, how you going?
Hello, legend. How are you?
Great. We are great. That is how we are. Here's Clinton.
Hi.
Hello, Clinton.
Oh, yes.
You guys have done the hard. Hello, Soph. You guys have done the hard yards on the fan cams for the losses, so I'm glad you're here for the win.
Of course.
You went to the game?
We weren't able to celebrate last time because I was in Adelaide to watch it and Clinton was here, so we weren't able to. So now we finally get to celebrate a win on the fan cams, which is great. We just got home. So yeah, it was
my question. Did you go through the drive-through?
No drive-through today. Clinton did cooking all day today, so we had a lot of food to come home to, which was nice.
What has been cooking, please?
The gnocchi, like a pork beef gnocchi.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, very jealous. Enjoy that over celebrating the win.
Yeah.
I got to see them on TV, like right at the last minute.
Yeah, in the background.
In the crowd?
Oh, yeah.
In the crowd.
So I was at home watching, and then they were like there on the screen. So it was great.
Behind
I ran down to take this video of Archer Day Wicks, like kicking there.
Oh yeah, holy shit! You're like on the.
So then it's just video. I didn't realize, and then there's just me just standing there filming at the end there because so good. It was so much fun.
Good. How was the vibe at the ground?
Oh, it was so
buzzing.
good. It was
buzzing.
Yeah. Not
okay. Stop. I'm jealous. I don't want to hear it. No, I'm kidding. Tell me.
I've not felt a Marvel Stadium like it since probably Essendon versus GWS 2024 with the Matt Guelphy game where he kicked 3 goals. It was I want to say round 9, 2024.
Okay.
Win over Gold Coast. Matt Guelphy kicks 3. And that was when we were like, all right, we are a chance at finals.
In 2024?
In 24, yeah.
We're up in
Okay.
we're up a bit high in the ladder. at the
Yeah. I think that like had got us into like the top 4 or something at that point.
Oh, yes. I do remember when we were, we weren't
Yeah,
playing
when we
great
were-
football, I remember, but we
We
were,
were like fraudulently in the top 4.
fraudulent. That's a good way to describe it. You're right.
Yeah.
And I
Like-
remember it was like Richmond, Collingwood, Essendon, and maybe
Yeah.
Carlton actually, all in the top. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it was. We knew that we were going to fall, but we were like, we could actually stay at around an 8th or something at that point, and then,
The
so
wheels fell off.
yeah, big time at the end of the year.
Good
But
times.
Yeah.
hang on, now we're on the up, which is it's great
What
to
did
see.
you guys love about the game today?
Sam Durham.
Oh,
Sam Durham was
absolute burnt them. He burnt them off
This
most times.
I felt like the stats didn't show. I didn't see what it was like on TV, but at the ground, it felt like he was
He was
by far the best on ground.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that
Mm.
was the same on TV or
on
not.
TV. Yeah.
Early, in the first quarter, I thought Sharp and does really set the tone with their kind of endeavour and energy, and it certainly felt like it was probably just lacking that little bit of polish, but it was definitely just
Yeah.
effort after effort consistently.
It was interesting to see the first ball up with Caddy in the centre as well.
Mm.
Big mix
Yeah.
up. I mean, like mixing it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it was really
Yeah.
good. And it was
good.
Good to see.
It is.
Yep.
It is. Yeah. I on the way out, I had to just drop something at work, and I accidentally ran into Dean Solomon, and I just shook his hands, and I went, "Congratulations, well done today." And he's a very nice guy. Very nice guy.
He is
So,
very nice. He
and
is
then
very
I-
nice,
then
and has
headed
time for everybody. Has time for everybody.
Yeah. He's great bloke. So
Premiership
happy for
player.
him. Very happy for him as well.
Yeah, me too.
Saw the videos of afterwards of him getting in amongst it, and that was pretty cool. Like
The
that was,
circle.
that's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
How are you feeling, Fiona?
Mixed. I'm feeling. I mean, I'm elated right now and distracted, which is nice. And I'm looking forward to being able to replay the absolute shit out of this game for the entirety of this week. In fact, I may just watch. It might just be 50% Friends, 50% Essendon v GWS.
yeah.
How's the
enough.
Twix show going to go tomorrow? Hey, lots of
Oh,
Twix.
Yeah.
Lock in. I'm going to clear the shelves. I'm going to Coles tomorrow. I'm clearing the shelves because
Yeah.
there is not one player. There's literally not one player not getting a Twix.
Yeah.
Like, there's just not. There's not one player that did not pull their weight tonight. Pryor,
Yeah.
Redmond, all the role players played
Yes.
played their part in
Even
ways.
like I was saying to Clinton on the train home, I was like, what were the odds? Like, if you look at the mathematical odds, like at the start of the year or at some point in the year, that in our second win and probably only our one of two wins this year, that Nick Bryan and Jacob Farrell were going to be highest goal scorers of the game. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
It's crazy.
no forwards. It was those two that were the two highest goal kickers today.
Look at his face.
Like,
on TV there.
you know,
Yeah, it's weird. It's just a weird, but wonderful. I just loved that bringing Artemis in, just moved Farrell up the ground. I just wanting to see him in the midfield for so long. So, I mean, now we don't go back. There is no going back. Solomon,
No.
I just complimented you, and I think you're a very upstanding man. But should you veer from this now path, I'm going to have words with you at training.
Exactly.
yeah.
I mean, Farrow looked like he didn't have confidence to go for a goal, but if you're on the wing and you're running into the forward line, go for it. You go because he's got a long boot as
Yeah.
well. So he
Absolutely.
definitely, so hopefully he gets confidence and does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it will. Yeah, I think that will because he's missed. I think he's had 3 or 4 attempts in previous games, shots on goal, and he's
Right.
keeps missing. And so I think this will definitely give him confidence now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I think as well, probably one of my favorite parts of the game was just getting to laugh at Jake Stringer. That was just great. That was great. It was so good.
I know. I'm trying to keep a respectful face, but fuck that shit, honestly.
Yeah, like
kick 7 goals against the premiers and that, or whatever. And
yeah,
kick
against
7
Brisbane.
Seven
and then
points against us.
7 points. Like,
Mate, was there a part of him subconsciously that felt so sorry for us that his body was like, okay,
he likes the guys. He likes the guys still at the team. So it was like, you know what, I'll do you a solid here. Because like
somewhere subconsciously,
like if he kicks half of those goals, they win the game. If he kicks one of those goals, they win the game. So
exactly,
so true. Yeah, so true.
Like, I don't know. I don't even know. It was just, it was great. It was so good. I was so happy.
I'm so excited.
You're watching it on Fox Footy.
Clinton's going to be back. I don't know where he's just running off somewhere. So
if you're watching it on Fox Footy, then watch that last minute where you just.
Oh, just any. Yeah, it's any of them.
No, but where you are.
Yeah.
Oh, you get it more.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of my friends somehow had this like.
Oh, yes.
He had this
You're a funny kid.
thing where it was GWS where if he put $3 on GWS to win, he would have got 300. And I said, that's not a good idea because we're going to win this game. And then it happened.
I work in the warehouse.
So Clinton's warehouse worker, and he said that I've been saving this for the Monday.
For a win. And that's
love it.
The Bombers.
Yes.
On the back. Yeah, I got
we
that
love
one.
It.
I got that one. I thought
beautiful.
Yeah, he loves it.
That's perfect.
And he's not.
I mean, you might not get.
Yeah, it's not worn it since I got it for him.
Hopefully, you don't need to wait 30 more games.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hey, but you know what? You just wear it anyway. I still take my Essendon gym towel to the gym.
Yeah. I wear this most days. The H-hoodie.
100%.
Work and all that. So
it was because it was new.
It was new as well.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you enjoy parading that around, Clinton. Maybe you'll feel motivated to stay past clock off time on Monday. So wait, is tomorrow Monday? Yeah, tomorrow's Monday.
Yeah,
unfortunately, tomorrow is Monday, and we had to come home and.
I know, but we won, so we get to wake up. Why do we win on a Sunday? I know why we're in graveyard, but why do we win on a Sunday where we don't get to enjoy all of the media? You know, a weekend of media shows.
I know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All good. We're good. We got Dyson Sharp. That's all that matters.
Exactly. We've got Sullivan Roy. We've got Jacob Farrow. We are set. We are set.
Absolutely. All right, guys. I will bid you farewell. Thanks so much for jumping on. Love you, fans. Bye. Bye. All right. Thank you, Sandra. All right, let's have a chat to Dave, and maybe with Dave, given that he's our resident, what's the word I'm trying to find, please? What is he? Our resident press conference reporter. We might watch the press conference with him. Hello, Dave. I'm sorry that was a very long, shaky introduction. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you? You all right?
I am okay.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Good.
Yep.
Hey, before we listen to the press conference, just listen to
Yep.
this. Listen to this. I don't know where the microphone is on my, but I put it loud. So. Can you hear that? Must be nice to play the boys. Where's the microphone on this?
I sort of
Couldn't
could
hear that at all.
I could hear a faint whisper.
To sing the song, first time this year is magnificent, isn't it? Yeah, I've heard about it my whole life. Gone Bombers now. Always watched them, loved their close wins, and to be a part of one tonight, it was super special. Must have been nice to play with the boys that you've got drafted together, that you are going to be the future of this club. Oh, 100%. We're very close knit. We do a lot together. We've come through together, obviously, and it was the first time to play all together. It was super fun. I love the lads dearly. They're great characters, but also very, very talented. And yeah, to the Bombers fans listening, don't get sick of us because we'll be here for a while.
Congratulations, Doris. Joey actually went with you. Are a future captain of the Essendon Football Club, and I reckon it'll be in good hands. Well done tonight.
How good was that?
Bless this man. Take a look at this face, because he will be a captain of this football club, and possibly a premiership captain.
Yeah. He was good.
All right, Dave. Let's see if I have the brain bandwidth to navigate the complexity of actually getting this shit on.
You can just do the sound though, can't you? Yeah.
Yeah, but I have to click a button, and shout out to Terry Blue Abroad. He did teach me how to do that, but it was a while ago because I haven't had to play a winning press conference for a while, and now I've forgotten. Okay, let's have a look. 1 second.
Cool.
All right, hang on.
How's that feel? Especially after the previous 2
Okay.
weeks where you guys look.
People in the chat, let me know.
Could have easily thought you guys are checked out, but to just have that response and that performance today, how's it feel?
Yeah, I mean, it's not actually a surprise, which would sound a bit silly, but I sort of spoke to the group there, the staff and the players. The players have been working their bums off. They really have for the last 6 weeks, and a lot of parts of their game, and it just hadn't transferred to game day. And as a coaching group and as a football club, we were confident it was going to transfer at some stage. So it's a sensational win for all people involved with the Essendon Footy Club. Just spoke to them then just to thank everyone for their support and the heavy lifting they've done in the last 6-7 weeks. It's been a significant time for this football club, but everyone's been incredible, and I appreciate their support. But it's a nice feeling, yeah.
The pressure really seemed to be a real sort of a theme throughout the whole game tonight. I think it was 20 above your average of tackles for the season, and I think doubled your inside 50 tackle average tonight. I mean, was that a real
10 inside 50 tackles?
Yeah, it has been. It has been for 6 weeks. We want to play a 4.5 game. I think we had 18 450 stoppages for 4 goals too. Our tackle pressure, as you said, in the 450 was super. Contested possession, I think, plus 15. Clearance plus 17. So that's a bit more of that's the brand we want to bring. It hasn't been easy, but I mean, we saw a lot of it tonight, and I think our supporters and the supporters were here that really engaged in the game, and the noise they made was incredible. So I hope those at home, really enjoyed the game and the brand and the win as well. But it's a good day to visit footy.
Are there any better feelings outside of probably finals than having a win like that when you haven't won for so long?
Oh, it's a good question. In a footy sense, it's a bloody good feeling. Our footy club's been on its knees for a period of time, and the footy world's jumped on that, and they enjoy us sitting at the bottom, and we've felt that, and we don't like that, and so to push back a little bit and get one win, albeit one win, I'm just really happy for these players. I mean, there's 9 players in the first 18 months of footy. Like it's a young group. It's a group full of spirit and character, and to get reward today, I'm just so happy for them. It's been tough, but it means a lot to our footy club.
How proud are you of the fact that you conceded the lead twice in that last quarter and you had to respond and get back in front and then have to hang on against a team that's played finals last years?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really proud. We spoke to the leaders this morning about their opportunity to lead today and in certain areas, and especially parts of our game that we really value, and generating some spirit in around that. And I thought we did that, and that was all without the ball. So our leaders set the tone, and the rest jumped on board. And so I'm just incredibly proud for this group, and from the leaders all the way down to the young guys. And we lost Nate early too. So to do it without him is sad in one instance, but it also it's a pretty super effort from this group. So it's a good night.
Just on Nate, is there any update on how he's doing?
Nothing more than what we said earlier. He had an elevated heart rate. He's been to hospital. He's been sent home. He's fine. They'll do further checks throughout the week just to make sure. But our thoughts with him.
Yeah, you had a bit of a chat to him when he was coming off.
I did.
Yeah, you seemed to be with him.
Yeah, just to check in. I wasn't sure at the time. I had no idea actually when he came off. I was more talking about the game, and he was our second ruck today, and he had a couple of contests in front of me that I was just going to talk to him about. But I could see he was quite gassed, so I sort of just checked in with him, and then realised the doctor was sort of around him and supporting him. So I sort of just let that sit. But it's great news that he's going to be okay, and we'll see how the week pans out.
You mentioned the younger players earlier. Is there any coincidence that the last time we played the Giants, when Dyson Sharp goes off, the whole complexion of the game turns, and he played a full game tonight? You guys get the win against them?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, he's a ripper. So Roby, Artemis. I mean, we got this. Kako's pressure. I think he's the leading pressure player on the ground.
Love that he called.
So this, just for our support, it's an exciting time. It's been hard, but I hope they're all starting to see what's coming through. It's going to go up and down. There's going to be bumps. We had one win. We're not getting carried away, but there is some exciting times ahead. We keep talking about the medium to long term, and that's what it's going to take. But these kids they've made the right stuff, so that excites me. But I won't take anything away from our leaders either today. They were sensational. So, and our VFL had a good win as well, which is really important. So the two teams get to sing the song, which is, I think it hasn't happened for a while, which is a nice feeling.
Did you also set the tone at the selection on Thursday night? I mean, there was quite a few big name outs. You bring some kids that presumably are really hungry, they just want to play. Did that sort of impact the energy? Because you just look such a re-energised team tonight. Does that sort of play into that as well? Yeah, I mean, the guys who have been, we've been doing that. It was not, not just this weekend. We've been doing that the last 4 or 5 weeks, and we're sort of selecting a team in line with what we want, and that's, how much we can impact the game without the ball. And, I think it's really starting to get traction in the way that we want to play. The players are getting a better understanding. We provide clarity week on week. And the guys who went out of the team for this weekend to VFL, they responded really well today. So it's a real positive for our footy club.
Zach Merritt copped a lot of attention during the week after a rare poor night last Sunday against the Lions. How pleasing was it for him just to respond the way he did? Did you see him during the week and just ready to respond? Yeah. He's a champion. He's a champion, Zach, and he's really proud in the way that he's got a lot of pride in his performance and who he is and his last name and our footy club. And I got asked early in the week, was I concerned? And I wasn't, because I just know how he's going to respond. He messaged me after the Brisbane game, just saying that he was below his best and he knew why, and he knew that he'd bounce back. So it gave me a lot of confidence to support him and getting back into the midfield. And so he was always going to respond in this manner, and it's no surprise to me. But I'm just really happy for him.
It's obviously the strong suggestion is that this is probably possibly the final month with Merritt for the club, even like really. How do you sort of like play into that the next one? Is it almost like you celebrate with him and just relish the few games that you've got left with him, or how you sort of seeing it? Well,
no, I've got no knowledge to say that he's leaving or staying. So why he's here wearing our colours, I'll treat him like he's one of us. And we spoke a couple of weeks ago, texted again a couple of weeks ago. His support's been amazing for me, and I said this, it's been incredible. He texted me a couple of weeks ago, and when we fell short against North, but we said to each other, we'll get to sing the song together before the end of the year, and we got to do it today, which is a special moment. So he's a champion of our footy club, so I'm going to respect him and why he's here. Whether that's 6 more weeks or that's 6 more years, put my armour in.
Do you feel like this win, if you were to go for the job on a full-time basis, do you think a result like this and possibly a few more could help your chances?
I've got no idea. Again, and that's boring. It's a boring, simple answer, but I haven't thought about it. All I'm thinking about is the 2 stubbies in my fridge at the moment, but I'm going to annihilate when I get home.
Yeah, do you let the boys enjoy a bit tonight?
What's that, sir?
Do you let the boys enjoy it a bit tonight, a couple of beers?
I think it's critically important they enjoy the winning feeling. It's been a long period of time since we have won. It's been a tough 18 months, 2 years. We've got to allow them to capture the moment, feel it, and then understand what that feels like, then chase it during the week again. But we're going to function upstairs, so we'll go up and we'll have a beer together.
You get back to Windy Hill again this week after?
Not a bad idea. Maybe we should. But no, it's not planned at the moment. We have 6-day turn, so Hawks had a good win today. 3/4 time they're well up, but so we know what's coming. MCG on Saturday, but hopefully we can get a few of our supporters there to come and support us, and hopefully we can back up what we did today. That's the biggest challenge. I know this is the thing, right? You want to capture the winning feeling in the moment, but Hawthorn Football Club waits for us, so that's a big challenge. We've got to back it up.
You mentioned the leaders earlier. I mean, Sam Durham, obviously Andrew McGrath's the captain right now, but does he scream future captain to you the way he goes about it?
Oh, he screams leadership. He screams leadership through actions. The future, I've got no idea what that looks like, but I love coaching him. I love who he is as a person. I love what he does on the football field, and I love the way he represents his jumper. If we could have 6 more of him, it would be in a great place. But I mean, I love the fact that a lot of these kids are looking at him, and he role models day to day what it looks like to be a Bomber. And if they continue to learn off him, we're going to be in a good spot. So I love him. He's a ripper.
I think Nick Bryan and Dersma, they seem to. I don't think they finished out the game.
Yeah, Dersma's got a hemi, unfortunately, come off late, and he copped a knock. We think he'd be okay, but he copped it early actually. So it was a pretty courageous effort to continue and play to the level he did. I think he kicked 2 in the end, and so it's one of his better games. And he's had a couple of quiet weeks too. So to respond like that after a knock early is a real credit to him, and again, that'll help his belief as well.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Enjoy those beers, Solly. You bloody earned them.
2 beers in the fridge. Good on him. That's what I took out of that. He's going to enjoy them. So good on him.
Yep. All right, Dave. Thoughts?
Good to see that he gave Kako a good
loved it.
A good thanks. As well as, I mean, by thanking him, he certainly thanked Huss as well, because both of them today was kind of what we've been waiting for, isn't it? Really, along with the kind of the support crew around them, but those two together, they and when he was talking about inside 50s, we had 8. I remember kind of last time we chatted, it was like 3 tackles inside 50, and today it was 18. So it's like, fuck. That made me feel good, seeing that we picked. Yeah.
I was gonna say something. We still haven't been gifted the Kako Huss 1-2, but it's coming. Don't you worry.
It's coming.
They will goal assist each other multiple times in the future, but I would just love to see it before the end of the year, so nobody calls me a liar. It's not a mystical.
Has anyone mentioned? And I think it was either in the last quarter or the second quarter, Langford's elbow, and he took out some GWS player and stuff. I think he might be missing a couple of weeks. You'll see it in the Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Langford, but you'll see it in the replays. It was like on the left-hand side of the screen. So I thought it was either at the start of I think it was the start of the last quarter. He took someone out. The GWS player was on his knees, and Langford went in kind of elbow first, and it was just lucky that he hit him, but I don't know if he kind of took him out. The GWS player was on his back for a bit. Did anyone see it?
No, I'm just thank you, Danny. Love you. Thank you for the thoughts. Another wonderful, wonderful Carlton friend. No, I didn't see that. Anybody else see that? That would be a shame.
You'll see it on the replay. It'll
okay.
The crowd, you can hear the crowd reaction was like, oh. So
what quarter?
I think it was the last. It was either at the start of the last or before half time, but I'm pretty sure it was the start of the last quarter.
Okay, well, footy gods, you know what to do. Yeah, that would be disappointing if given David that Dersma's going to be out, but maybe that I don't know. Does that open a window or a door for Parrish? I think there'll be fire if that happens. But here we go. TL always coming through with the goods. Last quarter, about 18:50 on the clock.
There you go. So the start of the quarter, yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know when they look at the Sunday night games. So I'm assuming we should know by tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, I agree, Noel. I said it earlier. I reckon Roberts is in some trouble. I've got to see a replay of it. Has anybody seen a replay, slow-mo replay, or on the footy show tonight? Have they highlighted it? Because usually it's the media
what's the Roberts
who dob in the players. The one on Oliver, you know how he sucked him into the 50?
Yeah.
I could have sworn I saw the fist go to his chin, but we'll see. Hopefully not. And let's not talk about that because we've had to sit with negatives too often. So before we let you go, what's one last thing that you loved?
Oh, just the kids enjoying themselves and winning. That was, and I don't know. You'll see them sing the song. You'll see the team song doing that, and they had all of the young kids that they were supporting today for the challenge game. They were all in the circle as well, and it was that was heartwarming. So
love it.
I'm happy.
Love it. Love it.
All
right, Dave. Thank you so much for everything.
No worries. You take
Big
care.
love. Thank you. Bye. Yes. Okay. I haven't had a good look at the Oliver one. He could have just dived, but I hope that that's the case. All right. Let's have a quick chat to Severin.
Go the Bombers! That's what I'm talking about. Woo!
Love
Yes!
it.
Come
Love
on.
this energy. We love this energy. How is it
Finally.
there? I know, right?
Sorry, I scared the crap out of the dog. Sorry, mate.
Too bad. He's just going to have to deal with that puppy dog because love it.
Oh, tie at the end, but a win. Great leadership at the end to how they wound down that clock.
Good call.
Oh, I was getting nervous there, but just how they managed it, how they just took the time off. It was probably some of the smartest footy I've seen from us in a long, long time.
Spot on. Yep. Shout out to Langford again. We've spoken about him, but yep, really good job. The mark, sensational. And then to hit the target, find the target. Wicker to find the space. Very good. Loved it.
All the leaders seem to stand up today as well. Durham, Peter, Langford, Redmond, Merritt
Redmond.
especially as well. Ridley, I think it's some of Ridley's contest acts as well. He's looked very ginger. I wouldn't say ginger, but very reluctant almost to go into contests. I think maybe worry of injury, but you can see today just he has more confidence in himself again.
Yep. Different.
I mean, fingers crossed we can keep him.
Hey?
Fingers crossed we can keep Riddles.
I don't know, Sev. Maybe. I think the ship might have sailed, but I don't know. A little part of me has hope, but I don't think so. I think that ship has sailed, but it's okay because we want players who want to be here, and we have Farrow and Roberts and you know, Kondo who can hopefully.
How about him breaking his goal kicking duck as well? He's off 0.
Yep.
And he collected 2. That second set shot was so lovely. That's the kicking that we've heard about from Farrow.
Exactly. Yep. Spot on. Exactly right. It's absolute silk. Textbook.
And Nick Bryan, what a game. He, again, I mentioned it briefly in the chat, but it shows what consistency and just having confidence in your body and just getting some games into you just can get a feel for the game. You can get a feel for the pace. You can, and building a connection with the midfielders as well.
Yep.
Especially as a ruckman.
Is important. Yeah. He needed to do it, and now you know the next step is to do it against a really good ruckman. You know.
Right. He at least ran Nick Madden off his feet.
He did. Madden was absolute. I mean, Nick Bryan was gassed as well in the last, but yeah, Nick Madden, he was like hobbling off. He could not go, so he did really well.
Just all around, just a happy performance, and to see some of these young kids as well get their first win, especially Dawson Sharp, first win for his favorite, the team he grew up supporting. That's what we like to see.
Absolutely.
That's what I like to see. And we're off the bottom as well. We're off the bottom of the ladder.
So many wins. So many wins in one little win.
I know we want the first pick, but I'd rather win. Just what it does for morale, the energy, the kids.
Yeah. The kids don't give a shit about the first draft pick. Right now, they don't care that we're second last on the ladder, not last. They want the belief and the hope, something to hold on to.
Yeah, and pick 1, pick 2. In this draft, doesn't look like it matters. You're going to get a good player either way.
Yeah. I think so. I think in 5 years' time, when we're all, maybe 10 years' time, when we're all dissecting this draft, I'm not sure this one will be one of those ones where we're saying if only we'd finished bottom of the ladder. But who knows? Who knows?
And I've heard some people say having someone else take pick 1's almost better because then you don't have the pressure of making that first pick and, have we made the right choice? And if that pick fails, they should have taken this player instead.
Yeah, mate, I kind of feel a little bit more sorry for the player themselves. At Essendon, if you wear the number 1 mantle, you're doomed for all of eternity with your.
Or number 1 in general is always a bit of a poison chalice. Look, poor Jack Watts, poor Paddy McCartan.
Yeah, many.
Andy McGrath to a point.
Yeah, so I'm awful sorry for the player, but no, we'll be right. Pick 1 or 2 will be a good player. So we'll wait and see.
This feels good. It feels good to wear this and be proud of it.
And you get the rest of the day to enjoy, don't you? Because it's morning. It's morning. Or 3 in the afternoon.
Just past noon. 12:41.
Okay, so you get the rest of the day to enjoy. If you
I
were
get
to wear
enjoy that
that
for my
out,
packing.
if you were to wear that out down the street, nobody would know.
Oh, I've worn it out heaps of times. No one knows. No one comes up to me. It's kind of cool going, yeah, I can just wear this, and everyone's probably looking at me going, what the hell is he wearing?
Has nobody around in London where you are asked you? No one's come up to you to ask you about what the
I'm more the suburb. I'm more the suburbs and out in a small village. But actually, I do think one time last year I was at a village event. I was wearing my jumper, and someone said, "Oh, good to see an AFL jumper going."
Okay, good. So we need a random tourist to be just walking around the burbs and to spot you. Maybe.
Oh, big time. And I've got packing to do because I'm coming back home next week.
Are you coming back to Australia?
For a month.
Oh, for a month, not permanently. Okay, well, you'll have to try and get to a game if you feel like it. Maybe.
Wife and stepson in tow. So I'm probably going to be trying to get the stepson to an AFL game at the G.
Yep.
Not necessarily an Essendon game. We just want to get him to a game at the MCG and one that's got a good atmosphere so he can sort of experience what footy's like.
Good idea.
And not have the family miserable after deflating.
That's a very, very sound plan.
I think who have we got at the G coming? I think we've got Sydney coming up.
We've got Hawthorn at the G next week. So
I'm not back by then.
That'll be painful enough. No, we have Adelaide. No, Adelaide's in Adelaide, I think. Or is that at the back at the G? I don't know. I forget. Anyway, Severin.
We gotta have a look now.
Yes, no, but we will see you back here on the fan cams for another chat down the track.
Sure.
All right.
You'll see me in Australia probably. That'll be a bit of a fun one.
Yes, 100%.
Same time zone.
Time zone. All right. Take care, Sev.
Thank you.
Bye.
Go the Dons.
Bye.
Bye.
We love some nice energy. Love this, Peter. I have Mason and Guernsey on here in London. Yes. All right, let's have a quick chat to Norm. Hello, Norm.
How you going, Fiona?
Not bad. How are you?
Pretty good after that, right? Like, it's nice when we win, isn't it? Kind of makes the next week ahead a little bit more easier to get through, isn't it?
I'm just not sure I recognise this feeling is all.
I literally was sitting. So I'm currently temporarily living with my sister-in-law and her family.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And sat there, was watching the game with my wife and sister-in-law's husband, and they both looked at me like, "You're not getting up and about it." I'm like, I forgot what this is like. And I turned to my wife at one point and I said, "What are your thoughts on me?" Like, I'm sitting on the edge of the couch, I'm like swearing, I'm getting excited, and she's like, "It's actually good to see you caring about the game." She doesn't care at all really about footy. Like, she's like, "You enjoy it, it's your hobby, but not for me, but I'm still there for you." She's like, "I haven't seen it in like 2 years from you. It's really nice to see." And I'm like, I'm kind of glad that it is, but the heart rate is probably disagreeing with you right now.
Yeah, I feel that.
Oh, it was good. I mean, look, going into it, obviously, people have stuff going on in their everyday lives, and sports is the one thing that we always use to distract ourselves. You know, like you obviously had a pretty bad week last week, and obviously my condolences just for you on that quickly. I know the whole community's cared for you, which has been good. I had a shit week last week myself with some stuff that happened, so I kind of get it. Today was probably just a great reminder, like you and me as an example, and for a lot of others, that it's just nice to just 2 hours of our day, 3 hours of our day in a week to forget it, to enjoy something and just kind of go, wow, we had a moment, we could be happy, we could forget about our troubles, and it's just what we needed. Look, even if we'd probably lost today by like a point or something, I know we would have been like, oh yeah, like there's some positives and stuff, and maybe next week that could be the case, but this win was so important for not just the club in terms of the players and everyone there that works there, but for us fans, we just needed it.
Yeah, I agree. And it's why sport is so special. We can, we can demonize it because we're losing so much at the moment, and everybody, I know Essendon supporters are falling out of love with football, and that is so valid.
Yeah.
I am a big advocate of protecting your peace, and there's certainly been not much joy and peace watching and going to Essendon games this year and for the last, 26 years, I guess, with, little snippets of joy thrown in. But it's why sport transcends logic, because people weep at feeling something that can't be explained. It's a connection that everyone is feeling in this moment. That's what it's not. It's hard to explain, but it's not necessarily the win. It's the connective feeling to the club, to the players, to each other, to being bigger than something than your every ordinary day life.
Yeah, 100%. And it's like, for a lot of us fans this year, especially, like we had to resort to obviously going for a lot of small wins on things, and we're looking at stuff that's not even sometimes relevant for what it is, like as an example, here's one that I kept looking at throughout the year. We talked about it a couple of months ago, was Zach Reed and how consistent he's been able to be in terms of it. Well, as it stands right now, Zach Reed is one of two players who, going into next week at this point, touch wood, would be medically fit and have played every single AFL game. But next week he doubles his games tally as well. He goes from 19 to 38 games in the year. When you look at it, him and Merritt are looking as the only ones. Dersma was the other, but being that he's probably done a hammy, it's now down to 2. And obviously that's a whole other issue going with the injury list as it is. And obviously clubs cop injuries and there's reasons that all these other guys weren't available. But to have Zach hit that, 38 games now and just double it and ideally hit 40 games before the end of the year, it's a massive win, especially for the medical team.
Yep. For what it's worth, I know there were some, mumblings about, not necessarily on this channel, but throughout the year about Matt Innes and feeling, like this club had no hope. But that's just not true. He has a plan, a long-term plan for this group. I'm told that, he's focused. He sees the future, his future plans, 3 to 4 year plans for each of them. And we know that, strength and conditioning regimes can take a while to set in. But Zach Reed is a test case, a success test case for him. Yeah. And so is a lot of the others. He really Matt Innes really upped the standards and the loads across pre-season, and most of them have held up okay and bounced back pretty well, given the year that we've had and the negativity that's played a part in it too. So
just looking at it, right, like as just on that, so we had Darcy Parish, Carl Langford, and as another one as well, Jai Caldwell, right? 3 guys who had really copped some fair chunk of injuries and missed a fair bit because of it. Between the 3 of them, they've missed 10 games, like all up. When you actually look at it, 2 for Parish, 4 for Langford, and 4 for Caldwell. There's 10 weeks that they've missed, whereas last year they probably collectively, look at all 3 at the same time, had probably 10 games that they didn't play with each other, or all 3 missing at the same time. So it's like, okay,
well, Darcy
we've
Parish
now gone and
played 3 games last year, and one of the games he missed this year, he was rested, so it's not really out with injury.
Yeah. Oh no, like his one was that he had a 2-week injury that he had, not the one where he didn't play when he had rested. This came right before the bye. We had those 2 weeks.
Yeah,
But again,
he did.
Yeah, but
But
again,
he's missed
2
4
weeks,
games, right?
3 games.
3 games, okay.
Yeah, 1 rested, 2 injured. We had the bye, came back and played the 3 weeks after, up until obviously today. But just again, it's another point where, you say it, okay, he only had a 2 to 3 week injury. He was back in the team. Look, form and whatnot and those things, that's another question. But his actual movement on the ground, he actually has looked okay this year. So in a physical sense, great, there's a tick. Honestly, the only person we have to put a line through and say hasn't been able to hit it has been Jordan Ridley.
Yeah.
We discussed that before as well, you and I, when we talked about it, and said he's just someone that has a very unique body. And, if he did decide that he wanted to hang around the club and still go through with it, then probably next year and the year after is when he's really going to be firing again, as what he was pre those quad injury that he did before he hit that run from there in 23. You never know what could happen with him if he'd been able to stay fit, but he's probably someone that'll look pretty good come next year onwards, even if it's up at the Gold Coast or Brisbane.
Yeah. Yep, it's a really good point. I think we'll be better for it. And I keep coming back to the fact that guys doing their first or second preseasons this year would have that as their baseline, not the previous regimes as their baseline. So now they build upon this elevated baseline. So I keep coming back to that as well, and how that will hold us in good stead moving forward. And who knows what this new coach and then development coaches, head of development come in and who knows what they implement on top of what Matt Innes has implemented. So just because,
and I think he's done, No, you go.
No, all good. I was just going to ramble.
Oh, no, you're good. All I was going to add on to what you were saying, right, was, look at today's game, right? We had 10 guys in our team of our 23 that were drafted in the last 3 years playing today. And they all actually looked like they were moving pretty well. Like, honestly, Caddy is the only one as the exception, and that's a medical thing. That's something completely different all up for what it is. And obviously we're hoping he's okay, that's for sure. Football aside, for his health. But everyone else that was out there playing, they looked like they moved okay. They weren't looking like of course the kids are going to get tired. It's going to take them 3 to 4 pre-seasons before they start to really build a consistent and elite base to match it for full 4 quarters. But they looked right with it. I mean, again, a lot of the older guys moved pretty well, but, I would remember once upon a time you'd have Durham, who just always looked like he was running with a limp because he just looked like he was sore in his recoveries and whatnot. I honestly think what we've had with Rath and Innes, I've got Rath wrong. Sorry, I can't remember the our strength and conditioning guy's name.
Sean Murphy.
Someone in the chat. No, not Murphy. Who's the big guy that we got from the US?
Dave Regan.
Regan, that's it. Rath and Regan. That's I've stuffed it up with the R's. They both look like they've put a lot in because the guys look like they're just moving okay, which is sort of a good thing. Like they're not running around looking sore, just constantly done. And obviously the mental side, again, it's still another thing that the club has to improve on. But at least we're finally looking like we're a fit club and can do some things. Especially look, the injury list is going to come down eventually at this point. It's nice to see that entering into this week, we only had 6 on the list. Yeah, okay, we might have another 2 added on there, but injuries happen every so often. It's not like we're copying what we had this time last year where we had 19 injured and, 6 of them were already out for the year. It's only 4 blokes that we got out for this point for the year. That's manageable.
Yes, absolutely agree. And look, I know last quarters is where we do our best work because the opposition take the foot off the pedal, but you still got to be out there running around and putting the goals on the board and actually running quarters out. So they are definitely doing that. There's no question. Like this new regime is a big tick as much as the Matt Rosa list recruitment strategy team is. So. Yeah. We see the puzzles and the bigger picture. All right, Norm, we might leave it there for tonight. Thanks so much for jumping on and for all of your thoughts. Always love having a chat.
I love it, Fiona. I'll catch you around.
Have a great week. See ya.
You too.
Bye. Shout out to Jacko. Thank you for dropping by. Congrats on the win from a GWS supporter. Big fan of the channel and you guys completely deserve the win. Hopefully this gives us a wake-up call for Sydney next week. Yes, you have the, what's it called, the Battle of the Bridge. Good luck, because but your finals hope is still alive, Jacko. So I reckon you might got a chance to pip St Kilda. I reckon they're the one. Sorry, Jake. I love you, Jake. Saints TV, but I reckon they're gettable. So keep your eye on them. But thank you for dropping by. Appreciate the love. Yes, Aussie, 11 players, 21 years or under. Bless. All right, let's have a chat to Muzz. A quick chat. Hello, Muzz.
Hello, how are you?
We're pretty good. How are you?
Great. Just finished a 10-hour shift at work. Go love that. Watched about the last 5 minutes of the game.
Well, guess what? You get to watch this replay because it's worth watching.
I'm so happy. I go to work, had a shit day at work. You know what? I'm back now. I get to watch the game tomorrow. Before I go back to work tomorrow night, I'm happy. Oh my God.
Would you like me to get the violin out?
I need more than a violin, Fiona.
What would you like? What do you need? Yes, Noel, exactly. What
I need
do you
Essendon
need?
to do this next week. This is what I need them to do.
Yeah,
I need them to do
great.
this next week against Hawthorn.
It's a great shout.
We're going to have fun doing that. Fan cams, aren't we? Anyway,
Yeah,
let's take
that's
out the positives this game. How good was that? First time in
I
what?
mean-
12 weeks? We've seen a win?
Round 19, round 5 was the last. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Nick Bryan thought he was good tonight.
It's great.
He got around. He absolutely dominated Madden everywhere we went. He was great. I thought Merritt was good too. After having a last couple of few weeks, he got held to like 11 disposals, I think it was last week. 10 disposals. He did really well tonight. Sharp did really well tonight. Roby really well tonight in the midfield. Although I was at work, I didn't watch all of it. I did see glimpses of it, and when I did see it, these players kept popping up. That's how I know they were putting in the work. And I can admit, for the last 5 minutes, I didn't actually work. I sat there and watched the game.
As you should, of course.
I watched the game. Did I get in trouble? No, but it
Heart
was
in
good.
mouth. Heart in mouth.
We don't have to talk about that. Anyway, yeah, no, it was a good watch. I'm happy with what I saw, to be honest. GWS, Stringer, you went to the wrong team, mate. 0 goals, 7.
I just love the statement.
Very suck
We're
one.
2 wins in the season. I love the lid. The lid that is just opened a little bit.
Yeah, what happened to Toby Green?
Yeah, my head is mush,
Oh, chat-
so I
chat,
can't
tell-
actually
oh.
remember.
Chat, you tell us what happened to Toby Green. I actually don't know. I was at work, so if anyone can tell me
Something
what happened.
He got
And then
injured.
Roby, not Roby, Caddy went out with illness.
He did. And no, it's not true that he went to hospital because of energy drinks. That is just not true. Like that's like stop spreading that rumor. That is just not true. He felt short of breath. I think did Solly say short of breath? But anyway, he felt some tightness perhaps in the chest. And he had an elevated heart rate, so they sent him to hospital. I would imagine for precautionary. So yes,
Thoughts with him. Durza.
Dursma's done a hamstring.
Okay, well he can kiss his season goodbye then.
Okay, Chris is saying that the legend that is Chris said that Green did a quad on his face kicking leg.
Chris, you might want to like sum that up a bit more, mate.
But
So he did his quad.
I'm trying to work out if you meant to put face there.
I don't know.
But a quad, there we go.
He done a quad. Okay, cool. Yeah. No, I'm really, really happy. Alachka, the forward half pressure that guy brought in. His forward half tackling, really good. Kako, although he didn't really hit the scoreboard, His pressure, like always, elite. there was one tackle in the middle that I did get. It was Sharp and Roby. They were in the midfield and they were closing down on the player and they just collapsed on him. It turned our way and we got a goal out of it. I don't remember who kicked the goal, but some of the pressure acts I saw, and when they were going after the ball and they wanted the ball, they got the ball and we got a turnover, but went the other way. And we did score majority of the times, which was really, really good to see. The last few weeks, especially, who did we play last week? It was Brisbane. We didn't have that same effort and intent to want the ball. When these players want the ball and you see a Durham, you see a Roby, you see a Sharp wanting the ball, they're going to get the ball. And that's what we saw tonight, or this afternoon. We saw them. They wanted the ball and they got the ball. GWS had no control over the clearances. They got smashed in the clearances, and that's because people like Merritt, Roby, Durham, they all wanted the ball. It was great to watch. We got smashed by 90 points last week, but God, did they want the ball more this week. And you could see it. Yep. It's not only the midfielders, it was our forward line too.
Yep.
When Roby kicked his goal, you saw Alachka, Farrow, all going in, the young talent.
So cute. The Huss Farrow Roby goal.
Farrow kicked 2 goals and he's a backman.
Well, he was a wingman today. He's a wingman, Harry.
Put some respect on the guy's name. 20 disposals and 2 goals. He'll take a day out.
All right, we have some confirmation. The leg he hangs out when he marks it often makes contact with other people's plays to the face. Thank you, Langy. You legend. Yep.
We love Langy. Has anyone heard of
Well, we do love a Toby Green. We would love a Toby Green. Atush has been here earlier on. You missed him. We have been here for 3 hours almost.
Well, Tush sucked in. Anyway, yeah, that's gonna be me.
No, he changed his name to everything to absolute. What's it? What? Oh no! Oh shit!
Everything.
What's his name?
I was about to say, isn't that Thingo's name?
That's Felix's name.
That's Felix's name.
Oh my god. What's his name? It's
Fiona, I think you have a mental breakdown. Are you okay?
well, it's been a very distressing week, Muzz.
Thoughts and prayers that go out to you and your family.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Leggy. His name is Only Carlton. He changed his profile picture and name to Only Essendon. Bless.
Oh, good on him. He's finally seen the good side.
Thank you for picking me up off the floor.
Everything
if somebody watches this for the first time,
if Felix is
they
watching
probably
this
think
now,
I'm
sorry,
3 drinks
Felix.
down. Yeah,
I'm sorry,
Felix,
if you're watching.
My bad. All right, Mars, last words, because clearly I need to just have a shower, watch the replay, and have something to eat. Last words.
Although it was a good win, I'd like to thank the AFL and everything they did last week. Last week with the black armbands, I did message you about this, Fiona.
You did.
My good teacher, he was a teacher. As you guys all know, I'm a pretty young fellow myself. My teacher passed away during a head collision. So yeah, I want to give a massive shout out to the AFL and everyone that got involved. Yeah, everyone had a tough week last week. I think if it was just Brisbane or if it was just someone that you knew or whatever happened to Fiona, again, condolences to what happened. But yeah, tough week last week for me, even though I was out on holiday. Yeah, pretty tough.
Yes, tough all round. Perspective is important. Reminders of life's fragility and wonderfulness is important too. And that helps when you get to enjoy your win to close off a Sunday night.
And I'd like to thank for the lunchtime and all that for keeping the channel going. It was very, very good to see.
Yes, good,
So
good
massive
shout,
shout outs
Muzz.
to all of them.
Yeah.
Really do
Thank you,
appreciate everyone
Muzz.
getting on the channel and helping out.
Yeah, we love you. Have a good sleep, and we'll talk to you during the week.
As always, see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.
All righty. Void, are you ready to take it home with Noel, who gets to appear for his first win? Why? Why?
Sally Curtin, our new executive, did an interview on 3AW wearing safety glasses. So I thought maybe she has something scared about being part of Essendon. So I just thought in reference to her. Yeah, anyway.
Please tell me you didn't go and buy them specifically just for that.
No, I had
3 seconds.
So,
Okay, well,
so disappointed. So disappointed.
So you're right to
fucking win! Jesus Christ, how good was that?
You're right to yell. Sally Curtin is undefeated. Maybe she's the link. No. How many fan cams have you done? You're here for a win. Well done, my friend.
Where's your scarf, Fiona? You said you'd wear a scarf if we won the game.
You did say that. All right, hang on.
Scarf time.
Keep them entertained, Noel.
Yeah. Smile, everybody. Smile. Had a good win. It's great to have a win.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
I'm putting a smile in.
Here we go. Here we go. Okay.
But
also, you know what? You know what else I love? Did you see the hug between Fiorini and Solomon on the bench? Yes.
And it was so good to see the players actually celebrating the goals and the great tackles, and because that's what you want to see. There was a connection, which we haven't seen for a while.
You missed a bit of a moment like 5 seconds ago, Felix. Maybe rewind just like 2 minutes.
There you go. I'll put it back on for you.
No, not that bit. The chat with not you. The chat with Muzz. All right, Noel, give us your best.
All I can say is that was something that I think we've been slowly hoping for. A quarter here, a quarter there. They put 4 together, didn't they? By the way, I'm glad that you're up and about and doing your thing. Well done, you.
Thank you,
There's
my friend.
nothing like a win to make you feel better, right? A win at football is, it's not a matter of life and death. It's much more important than that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're into your philosophy, aren't you? Have you heard of the Janus duplicity? You know what Janus duplicity is?
Tell me.
It's like yin and yang. It's like the polar opposite. You can't celebrate the future without looking at the past. Things like that, right? And that's what our football club's like. Football's a bit like that. Hate AFL, love our team. Yeah. There's a song by the guys from Tism called Janus Duality, where he says, "I hate football except when my team's winning," and that's pretty much what it's like, isn't it? El Haka! There you go. I had to give you an El Haka. I gave you an El Haka during the game, didn't I, Fiona?
Yeah, I posted it. I posted it online. So,
oh, cool.
I said, if you know, you know.
Oh, by the way, Atush isn't around. Proof. They are a real band. That's their T-shirt. And that's their latest album. They are a real band, Atush. Stop saying I don't follow a band that's real. They are.
No, we've got to get you on Instagram. We've got to get you on Instagram so you can chat to Atush.
Oh, one day. Who knows? I have opinions.
This is just a run of the mill, Aussie.
I have opinions. They don't like them on social media. That's why I stay off.
Fuck those people.
Yeah. I had a comedy gig on Thursday night and went down really well. And we've got one coming up on the 18th of August. I want everyone to come along because it's not just comedy. It's going to be singers and it's like a open mic. And the winner gets $1,000. So if I win, $1,000. We'll be able to celebrate.
How do you win? Do people vote or just whoever gets the
I think it's a voting thing. It's for the whole of every Thursday of August. At the Jimmy O'Neill's in St Kilda, the Irish pub. Okay. So I'm working on Irish jokes and like why Irish people keep packing their pool. He took his pool table back to the water to go in the holes. Yeah.
Did you just come on tonight because you wanted to try your
no, I'm not going to
jokes here, all your material?
Also, I wanted to.
We've got a win to talk about, Noel. Oh my God.
I was going to do a whole bunch of that stuff, but we had a win, so that was the light relief in case we lost. So I had it prepared.
I love it. I love that you came prepared for the therapy. Yeah.
One of the smart things, a few people have mentioned, I think Ray mentioned it, and a few others have mentioned it in the chat, was that bit with Langford at the end. That is smart footy, because even the guy, I think it was Josh Jenkins commentating, said the same thing. Go for the goal now. I know you're 3 points in front, but you don't go for the goal. You want to soak up time. And he did that beautifully in the last quarter there, Langford. He had the opportunity, just pass it sideways, perfect. Because that soaks up the time. Because if you kick a goal, the ball goes back into the middle, the opposition's got a chance to get one back. So
I don't know about you. I didn't see that coming. Like, I didn't think he would do that. I'm really overwhelmingly happy for him that he did that in that moment. And for us, of course, but I didn't see that coming.
Well, he's a pretty experienced footballer.
He is. So, maybe it's just we haven't been in this situation for so long that I forgot that they know what to do in these situations because they actively train it.
And I think Scooter said on the when he filled in for you the other night that people have been giving Brian a hard time, but he is coming back from an ACL, and it does take a while for the big fellas to get themselves right. And we've been saying all along he needs to do more around the ground. He had a great game today. He set up goals, played well, took some marks. He's always been a pretty good field kick. I don't think you see him turn the ball over too much when he's kicking the footy. And, go back, kick the goal. Well done. But, it must have been very windy at Marvel, though, because Giants couldn't find the goals. They needed a compass. Lucky for us. But, look, it's great to have a win. It's the first, because I wasn't here for the Melbourne game. I was in Sydney, so I didn't get to be on the fan cam for a win. So
we couldn't work out the technology, could we? No.
Nah, but I'll tell you what, singing the song, how great was that?
I'm just so happy for all of the Essendon supporters smiling right now and feeling good because we bloody deserve it.
And you saw the players after the game, they were going around to, the high fives, kicking the ball into the crowd and you could see the joy in their faces. But they were ready for a win. It just seemed like they kicked a goal and everyone was in on it. Everyone was jumping in, getting excited. They weren't losing that game. Even the umpire's trying to pull a 50-metre penalty out of his bootlaces late in the game. They weren't going to let that go. You could see, okay, we're not going to worry about that one. Let's get back. Roberts was lucky to get it. Yeah, it was very silly.
Yeah.
Don't get suckered into idiots like Oliver. That's just,
It didn't pay for it this time, but you hope that he learns in those situations. Yeah. And as I said earlier, I love
it gives opposition a weapon now. They know that they can get under his skin, and that's not a good. That's not a good thing.
Yeah.
But apparently, Oliver's being nominated for a Logie. That was the best, or maybe a Commonwealth diving medal. Maybe
I think it was smart. I mean, not the dive, if it was a flop, I have to watch the replay, but trying to suck him in. That's I would hope our players are doing the same thing. If we get Archie Butler, you best bet that he is running his mouth when he's in the forward line and making that happen. He is doing what Papley does at Sydney. He will run his mouth down there. So I think it was smart from Oliver to do that, to get in his head and to prod him.
It also seemed to be a lot of throwing of the football. I noticed that too.
I think we were very, very taken care of by the umpires. That's what I felt like.
I went to the North Melbourne game, and I noticed the boundary umpires can't throw the ball in. It was 20 metres. Gorn had to keep coming forward to get the hit out. So is that the next thing they're going to get rid of? They got rid of the bounce because they couldn't do it. So now they're going to get the throw in eliminated because umpires can't do it. It's when they actually bring them in 20 metres closer now. They used to be over the boundary line to throw it in, and they still can't get that right. And the amount of throws that were in the North Melbourne game, they're just letting it go now. So. And 50 metres for not giving the ball back. I always thought that was a rule too, but that seems to have gone out the window. But for their hair, and you'll get 2 weeks. But it's just, it was weird. But anyway, look, it was great to get a win. It was fantastic for the young blokes. How good Sharp was again. You show how good he is. They've got Roby. And those guys, and Solomon's press conference was terrific. Yeah, let's give the boys those praise. Play them in the right positions now. Let's bring Cox in, make him up in the forward line. Having a look at the VFL, the VFL was good. Vigo was great.
Yes,
Vigo played
he
a great game. Even Guelphy got in amongst it. But he showed leadership. He may not have started as a starring player, but he showed leadership in same with Gresham, going over and giving guys a pat on the head, and
just
so.
But the VFL, if they continue this momentum, and they have got some wonderful momentum, 3 games in a row, if they continue this, high chance they play finals. So really enjoying their work.
Yeah, and I'm not sure exactly. I'm sure Scooter or one of those more knowledgeable on that would know. But I think there's a rule about how many games you can play to be eligible to play in the VFL finals. I think it's 10. I think it's 10. And we've got I think there's about 6 players currently who've played 10 VFL matches who are senior players. I think there's a few that have done that. So I think we could stack our VFL side with enough senior players to make a pretty competitive team. Yeah.
Not if it's 10. You know who else was exceptional today in the VFL from what I saw? Setterfield.
Yep.
Every time I clicked on, he was having a chat to Blake Justice, rubbing his head, tapping his bum, having a chat to Sardis. I'm telling you, leadership is off his tits. To be eligible to play in a VFL final, an AFL-listed player must have played a minimum of 6 VFL games during the home and away season.
Okay.
Additionally, there is an upper limit. They cannot have played more than 12 AFL games in that same season.
Yeah. So that's probably why they're keeping. Yeah, that's probably why they're keeping Gresham in the reserve. Maybe that's because
shit! You could be right because I think he's played 11 games.
And his trigger might have been 12 or 13 games.
His trigger is 13. No, I think he's played 9. His trigger's 13. Let's have a look how many he's played. See? Noel coming through with all the investigative.
We've got to come up with something.
All right, so Gresh has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's played 7. Okay, so we're a fair way away from hitting the threshold, and we're also far away from hitting the 12 AFL games. So we're good.
Yeah, so I think that might be the reason why some of these blokes are getting dropped and put into the VFL. Because the VFL should be where you learn. It shouldn't be a punishment and be dropped for that. It should be where you learn and get your form back. But maybe they're also looking at, well, let's stack our VFL side with a little bit of experience. Because
how many VFL games has Nick Cox played? Please tell me it's more than 6, or it's at least 6. Surely
he hasn't played 6 in the seniors. I don't think he's played 6 in the seniors.
Well, he doesn't have to have played 6. He has to have played 6 VFL.
Well, he must be getting close.
He must be getting close. Yeah. Okay. We should be good. We should be good for Coxie to play in a VFL final. Anyway, we're jumping ahead. We don't know if we're going to make it yet, but they're making a good run.
Well, I think they are looking good. And you have a look. When people are talking about who we're going to recruit. Blake Justice got his first taste of it.
All right, we're good for Cox too. 7 games, beautiful.
Yeah. So Blake Justice got a taste of it, so he can find out what it's all about now, and we can have a look at maybe pitching a couple more kids in there. Boston Dowling, they were talking him up in the commentary. There's a couple of clubs actually interested in him. He's been having chats, so maybe we should put him on the rookie list and get him sorted out, just in case. We
were very close to doing that.
And we can celebrate now because we've got Hawthorn next week, so we'll be back on the bottom, but that's fine. We can get our first round draft pick, so it's all good. We'll enjoy our win, but who knows?
I don't think we will know. We won't be back on the bottom.
But
we won't be back on the bottom.
where were all the people today? I was really disappointed with Essendon supporters just bailing out on us. It's really terrible. 20,000, less than 20,000 there. And I thought, while with the North Melbourne game, it was 25,000 there, and that wasn't a big crowd either for two sides that were pushing for a top 10. So, yeah, it was very disappointing that supporters bailed out and suffering their jocks. They didn't get to see a win, so suffer to them. Good luck to us, tried and true, who stay to the end of the game and are there, win, lose or draw, getting cold, whatever. But anyway, we're not going to talk biscuits today. We're talking about wins. We're going to talk about footy and we're going to talk about wins because that's what it's about.
Yeah. Look, we might end it there, Noel, because I am fading. It's been a big week, a big day. But yeah, I'm so happy.
I want to watch the replay.
Absolutely, me too. I think I'll get through maybe 15 minutes of it before I'm out. But it will be getting a very, very good run this week. So, no,
you're going to make me very hungry with all the Twixes you're going to be giving out tomorrow as well.
You just wait. You wait
and
for
they're
the
on
amount
special, by the way. They're on special at Coles Twixes at the moment. They were $2 or $3 or something. And
I've still got a few left in my big box of Twix.
And Gaiety were on special too. That was great to know. So a few biscuits have been on special. But yeah. We look forward to that tomorrow.
Yep, absolutely. Tomorrow night.
Well done, Fiona. It was great to have so many people supporting you and looking after you during your time. And the guys got on here and talked as much rubbish as the rest of us. That was good. But all the best.
Thank you, Norm. Good luck Thursday night. Make sure you make people laugh, all right?
Well, it was like the last Thursday. It's coming up in a couple of weeks, but I'll let you know.
Okay.
I'll put the advertising in for the 18th of August because that's when I'm going to be on. But she'll come down anyway. So celebrate young singers. There's singers and all sorts of stuff, and it'd be great. Anyway, people.
Sounds good. All right, Noel. Take care of yourself. We'll talk to you during the week.
Yo.
Bye. All right, everyone. As who said it? TL, the legend. I think he said it. Yes, he did say it. He, she, not sure. I'm going to say he. Please like the stream on the way out. Once again, if you missed the start, a very big heartfelt thank you to everyone for all of your support across the week. Didn't think I was going to make it through, but I have. And now I get to finish the week with a lovely little win. Everybody deserved it. Everyone here deserves it. Thank you so much for the support. Tomorrow night's going to be fun. The glazing that is going to be done tomorrow night. You just wait. You want to be there for the Twix show. So I will see everybody then. Have a wonderful Monday. Enjoy the replay. If anything upsets you, just listen to the Dyson Sharp interview and I will see everybody tomorrow night. See you guys.